Hello, my friends. That was a little mime work I just did there for you. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm trying out some new skills here. It is great to finally be back and do another live stream with you guys. Apologies for missing last week. You guys know I was at Fantastic Fest in Austin. I did have the equipment to do it in my little Airbnb, but it did not feel like it would have been up to standards. It would have been a very echoey live stream, I'll tell you that. But hey, I'm here now, and yeah, we're ending the stream. We're finishing off. Thank you so much for joining us. That is all I needed to see today. No, it's great to see you. Oh, man. I know I just saw the breaking news in the Chucky TV series and what happened. We're definitely going to have to make that one of the main topics of the channel. Oh, but other than that, let's first thing. All right. He is a Sigma. Oh, stop it. Someone make a buff man edit of me real quick. Just here, I'll give you some good footage. Edit that and make it bigger. I got him. If I really strain my body, I got him. Yeah, you see that, ladies? All 12% of my audience, come check me out. No, it's good to be back with you guys. I had so much fun. I'm definitely going to be talking about my experience with that. Let me run through the list of topics we're going to discuss here today. I do have a whole list of stuff. All right, so we're going to add the Chucky TV series situation on that since, oh boy, and let's talk about the future of what Chucky's looking like. I have to update the thumbnail later today. Let me just get all this topic. Okay, so the topics we're going to be discussing here, I just want to get it in a good order so that way we can talk about all that. Chucky TV series, so I don't forget, because your boy be forgetting sometimes. All right, I'm going to be telling you my experience at Fantastic Fest, what it was like going to my first ever film festival. Was it worth it? You know, should you do it in the future? Transformers, man, it did not do good at the box office. Is that trilogy canceled? Venom 3 has got some crazy promos in the works. One gooey black pizza that I don't think I'll be able to put in my mouth. Then we got my thoughts on the Penguin. I didn't get to tell you guys what I thought about the Penguin. I need to tell you that. Chucky TV series, we literally just found out it got canceled. And DC is working on a Bane and Deathstroke movie. What is that about? Okay, we're going to dive into all that here with you guys, but it's just good to see your lovely faces. Let me get some stuff off the top real quick. If you guys got anything in the regular chat right now, let's see. All right. Yes, Penguin. Oh, I will be telling you about that, Waterly, man. Did I leave the oiled up thing this whole time? I'm just seeing that. Are you going to see Megalopolis? I'm debating it, guys. Like, I do want to see it, but lately I've been posting a lot of there's a lot of reviews I want to do that just won't get that many views, and it'll punish me in the algorithm, because, you know, that's how YouTube is. Is Megalopolis going to be big enough that you guys click on it? It might have to be like a full spoiler rant, so in that case, I'll probably review it on Sunday on that. That way it gives you guys some time to see it, but feels like I need to check this thing out. It feels like I need to check it out. Chris, chill out. Hey, man, I ain't not going to chill out. Just make sure your mother and your girlfriend aren't watching me. Look at that. I got that little Austin tan from just standing out in the sun. Quite nice, quite nice. We could do a little Reddit. I don't think there's anything new on the Reddit, though. You guys have not been really at it. Maybe right now there'll be something new on the Reddit. Oh, yeah, so we got that, but we're going to dive into that in a second. Don't want to spill all my beans. My reaction when the margarita guy showed up. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that's another thing. I wanted to review Funko. If some of you guys were wondering about that, I did play it for like 2 hours on the Twitch channel. I didn't show my butt crack, did I? I've done that by accident before. You know, the Funko Fusion, they were nice enough to send me the game, and I thought I was going to have a blast playing it, and I was looking for the Chucky level. I don't review games, but if I did, it would not begin a 3C guarantee, no buy it on Blu-ray, not even a check it out in theaters from me. It was not a very fun game. I'm sure some of you guys enjoyed it, but if you're still wondering on my review, it was a little tedious. It was a chore to sit through. It felt more like work than fun. Levels were very repetitive. It was cool kind of seeing them Funko-fy some of the movies I love, like The Thing, Jurassic Park, and stuff like that, but It was not. It was, yeah. It was a bit disappointing. Yeah, and I feel like that was one of my worst live streams ever. It's probably still up on Twitch right now, and you can just see as the minutes go by, I progressively hate the game more and more. And I think at the end, I just started playing Fortnite because I needed to do something fun. I needed to do something fun. So yeah, if you guys were wondering on that, that's what happened with Funko Fusion. Is Chris going live today? Well, I am live right now, my friend. So there you go. Hot take. I enjoyed Edge of Tomorrow more than Avatar. I don't think that's a hot take. That's Edge of Tomorrow. We all be Edge until tomorrow if you really think about it. That just came to my mind. I should do stand-up. I should do stand-up and get booed off the stage. I've always dreamed of doing stand-up, but I don't think I could ever do it. But that was pretty good, right? That was a good off-the-spot thing. Anyways, live, die, repeat. I like that. I don't think it's bad for whatchamacallit, for being better than Avatar. Some people like that. A nice movie poster done here by Excheta. Got a lot of good faces on here. Got all my doggies too. The Rock rubbing his nips. Oh, it's good. How many? My costume closet is full. 3C and his twin brother. The flames of disaster. Jeez. Oh, I've been reading up a lot on that, man. That stuff has been crazy. I've never been invited to one, and I don't think I would have gone either. That stuff is hard. I cannot wait for the movie or the Netflix documentary that is accurate on that thing. That stuff has been crazy, but I don't really talk about that. Every time that's come up and I see a new article or TikTok on it, I just got to stay and watch and go, oh, this is quite hideous, but it is enticing to listen to. Yeah, this is crazy. It's crazy. All right. Let's move on now and just get into the topics at hand. Just I want to do a good little intro, make sure just ease back into things. You know what I'm saying? Ease back into things. All right. So your boy did go to Fantastic Fest. Let me pull all this up. Look, I've been gone 1 week and I already forgot how I like my layout during live streams. Okay, here we go. I got it the way I want. All right, so your boy went to Fantastic Fest. I won't spend too much time on it because I don't know how you guys care about that, but I just wanted to be honest about my thoughts. Okay, so Fantastic Fest is a film festival, and if you're a film fan, you hear about these film festivals all the time, whether it's Cannes, a TIFF, New York Film Festival, and stuff like that. And well, one of the closest ones to me is the Fantastic Fest. It happens in Austin. I'm in Dallas, Texas. It's only about a 3-hour drive, and I always saw Fantastic Fest playing horror movies. And I'm a big horror fan. It is the Spook Your Mama season, so I was like, I kind of want to go, especially since they were playing Terrifier 3, and I was very happy to have witnessed that movie. But I also got to be honest, I don't think the film festival life is for me. I had a good time, but man, it was also just not what I expected. This was one of those times where you romanticize something in your mind, then you experience it, and you kind of just don't have all that much fun. I'll just say one. I think the whole ticketing system at these film festivals is borderlining on. I'm never going to get invited back, by the way. I got accepted through press, and everything I'm about to say, they're probably not going to accept me the next time. But man, sometimes I think the ticketing systems at these festivals is a scam. Because look at it from my perspective. As press, I was lucky enough to get access to go as press. That means I didn't have to pay a ticket. Now, these tickets range anywhere from like $500 to $1,000. No joke. But that only gets you access to the festival. The way you get a ticket for a movie is every day at 10 a.m., you go on this website, and right when 10 a.m. hits, you have to get your tickets right away. And if you're not quick enough, they sell out immediately. And that's what was happening to me the last couple days of the film festival. I was not able to catch a lot of the movies I wanted to see because of that system. And I was kind of fine with it because I'm like, I didn't have to fly here. My Airbnb wasn't that expensive. Also, I can afford this. This is like a tax write-off. But I met a lot of my movie friends out there who are barely starting up, are still having full-time jobs. They also had to deal with the same ticketing system, and they weren't getting into movies. They weren't able to do stuff. So it's so weird to me that that's the way these work. It's like you pay to get in, but then there's another step. I don't know. It felt kind of like that. But other than that, I did see a couple of movies. Just off the top of my head, just some of the ones I wanted to talk about with you guys. there was this Sebastian Stan A24 movie I wanted to bring up because I don't think it'll be something I review on the channel, but I do want to recommend it to you guys. It was this movie called A Different Man. It's an A24 movie. I think it comes out in a couple of weeks. And it's Sebastian Stan, where he plays a guy who was born with a deformity, this is his face. And then he gets to have surgery that turns him into Bucky, basically the Winter Soldier. And it was actually really good. I enjoyed it. It's kind of a dark comedy. It was very meta. I was not expecting it to be meta. I don't want to give away some of those reasons, but I thought it was really well done and had a good message of just because you change your appearance doesn't fix your personality, doesn't completely change your life around, which, that we all think about that. Oh, if I just looked like Ryan Gosling, life would be perfect. What happens if you get Gosling and your life is still crap? Is kind of the message of the movie. And I enjoyed it. It was kind of dark. It made me feel a little sad. That was good. I'm trying to think of what else. I saw The Wild Robot. I just did a review. I did Terrifier 3. What was the other movies? I'm already blanking out. I did not get to see Heretic. I can't say that movie. Heretic. But I saw a lot of people saying that movie was amazing and awesome. Some people are calling it the best horror movie of the year. I cannot wait to check out this movie. That got a lot of buzz. Another movie I didn't get into that I heard was good was Anora. I like Anora. And oh man, Mickey Madison, baby girl. Yeah. Probably again a movie I wouldn't review for the channel, but I just want to put it on your guys' radar because I heard it was very good. I'm trying to think of that. I think that was there were some other ones. Now I'm just blanking on it. Wild Robot, Different Man, Anora. Saw that. Your mind also turns to mush at these film festivals because you're watching 3 movies a day. And sorry, man. After that third movie, I was just like, what did I watch? What was this? What happened? So I don't know. It was just interesting to experience. I'll be honest. I don't think I'll do it again. It was just nice to try. But the main lesson I want to take away from any of you guys is sometimes you'll see something online and you're like, I wish I could do that, whether it's Comic-Con or a big party or something like that. And then you go to it and it's just not as fun as you pictured in your mind, That's kind of my thing I had here with this. So there you guys go. All right, let's move on to these next topics. Some of you guys were curious to hear about that. I just want to let you know. Maybe I could de-romanticize that feeling for you because I'd hate for you to spend so much money to barely see any movies because that unfortunately was a lot of my friends at the festival. Okay, Transformers 1. Let's dive into this, man. Okay, so the movie came out, and every single one of you who went to go see it ended up loving the movie, which is kind of surprising if you remember a lot of the pushback when this movie was first coming out, the trailer. Everybody was like, oh, this is Transformers for babies. What is this humor? It's too cheesy. It's too dumb. This animation's a little awkward. No one's going to like this movie. Almost everybody who thought that way went to see it and were completely surprised by some of the tone of the movie, how it got darker as it went along, how it was actually really ingrained in Transformers lore. So if you were a big Transformers fan, there was a lot of stuff in there for you. And people are even saying that's their favorite animated movie of the year. I watched Wild Robot, so I got a different one. But this was still a very good movie. However, it did not perform the way the world wanted. In its first weekend, it came in second place to Beetlejuice, a movie that was already out for 2-3 weeks, maybe. That was not good for them. Now, there is some good news because Bumblebee, if you remember when Bumblebee came out, it did not open good as well. It opened, I think, at about $25 million, I think was the opening. When it debuted, 21 million. And finished in third. Oh man, when I didn't know Bumblebee was that bad of a tanker. Dang, Bumblebee opened with 21 million and finished in third place on its first weekend, coming behind Aquaman and Mary Poppins. Dude, it lets you wonder, is Transformers really that huge anymore? Did they just drive that brand to the ground? But Bumblebee, at the end of the day, did manage to a word of mouth revenue, all that. It got to $468 million, which is reasonable. There's been Transformer movies that hit a billion. This is reasonable. So we can start off low, and Transformers 1 could build to something more profitable. But I'm telling you right now, it's just not looking good for this series. And they did say they had a trilogy in mind, and there's so many people that went to see this movie and was like, I want more. I want to see I felt that way after the movie. I was like, whoa, the potential to where you go now in the story and really building on that rivalry of Megatron and Optimus, you could do a lot of cool things. And plus, I thought the action in the movie looked really great. However, yeah, let's see. Rise of the Beast opening weekend. I see some people asking that. Rise of the Beast. Rise of the Beast opening weekend. Sorry, guys, I'm a slow typer. Google will fix my mistakes. Okay. Oh, at a $60 million opening weekend. That's decent for a live action Transformers movie. That was pretty good. In its second weekend, it had 20 million. I mean, yeah, what did Transformers 1 open up to? I think like 20 million. We're just becoming accountants now. It opened to half of that, almost 30. Who knows, man? It could end up, but I just don't know. There's a really good chance this becomes a winner because a lot of people forget this. Spider-Verse was not that giant of a hit when it first came out. Mutant Mayhem was not that giant of a hit. There was some talks with TMNT Mutant Mayhem where people were like, we don't know if it's going to get that sequel, but I think the Mutant Mayhem toys sold like crazy. Hopefully the Transformer 1 toys right now are selling like crazy because that would be the thing to push it over. There is this like weird buffer area whenever a property that's known for live action goes animated where your audience is just not going to jump right away. But you give it 3-4 years and this thing will constantly be on Netflix or Amazon Prime or, whatever these popular streaming services. They will find their little kids that want to see this movie 10 times a day. They grow up a little bit. And then when we get to Across the Spider-Verse, the sequel, the box office is that much bigger. And I think you'll see the same thing with Mutant Mayhem, the sequel. That'll be bigger. So I think that could happen, but we're going to have to wait and see, man. Right now, I don't know because Wild Robot's also coming out. And that movie, I think also, like, it was crazy to me that Wild Robot could open bigger than Transformers 1. Because I was seeing tracking that Wild Robot could come out at 40 million opening weekend. Now, I think it deserves it because Wild Robot is amazing, but that even since it's not like an IP or well-known, it's an original property, that's kind of surprising. That is kind of surprising. And I think Wild Robot will be the movie with legs, with the ones where people go to work or to their offices, to their friends and go, that movie's amazing. You need to see it. And I feel like that might overshadow Transformers 1. If there was no other animated movie playing, Transformers 1 might still take it. So it's just not looking great. I totally get it for you guys, but man, I don't think it's looking good. I hate to be the Debbie Downer and the naysayer, but it looks like we might be in for like a Transformers break because their next movie is that G.I. Joe crossover. If that doesn't make the buckets of money they're hoping for, we're not seeing Transformers content for a while. It's like they need to let it rest, and then they're going to pick it back up in a few years. So hopefully things go good for Transformers 1, but if flop, man, it was just dumb. Exactly. It was poor marketing. It was terrible marketing on their part. They should have really emphasized the serious tone. Kids were going to go see that either way. But I think they just really alienated their adult audience with that first trailer when there was a lot of mature things that happened in that movie that could have gotten them there. I don't know, man. It's definitely going to be one to remember when that situation is all said and done. But Transformers 1 right now is not looking good. We'll check back in as the weeks progress, and I think it needs to at least hit 250 million. And right now it's only at 40 million worldwide. We'll see how it goes after this weekend. All right, then. Let's jump in to talking about some Venom: The Last Dance. Oh, we got so much to talk about with Venom: The Last Dance, guys. I don't even know where to begin. As the time is approaching, this movie comes out October 25th. It's going to be the movie to change things, okay? We are still thinking this movie is actually going to set up Spider-Man 4, that we are going to be having that crossover movie. The post-credit scene could be attached to that. But until that moment, we have gotten some really crazy merchandise for Venom that I am both jealous and so excited about. Let's start off with the popcorn bucket merch, and then we're going to go into the food tie-in collabs that this movie's having that, man, I'm so sad about. So, you guys have seen it by now. I know it's kind of old news. Even Campia talked about the popcorn bucket. Look here, Campia. Popcorn bucket talk is my thing, buddy. I'm going to have to send you a cease and desist letter, Campia. Let me see here. Oh man, I cleared my browser history. Now I have to like log back into everything. Don't ask me why I cleared the browser. I wasn't doing anything. You were doing something. It's logging back in. 1 second, guys. 1 second. I have to go through the whole process here. What year was I born? My social. Jesus, Elon, you need all this information. What the heck? It did not sign me up the right way. It made a whole new account for me right now. I hate this, man. Why can't things just ever be the way you need them? Okay, just go grab a drink real quick. Go grab something. Let me log back in. Oh, Jesus. Add an existing account. Jeez. There we go. Jeez Louise. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Okay. Back to what we were saying. So the popcorn bucket. All right. We have here 2 popcorn buckets coming out for Venom: The Last Dance. I think we're going to have a clear winner. This is the first one. Now, this is going to be coming out in Regal Cinemas, which is a big problem for me because Regals around here in Dallas, there's only 2 of them. And guys, I'm not kidding you. People show up like 2 hours ahead and they only get like 14 of them. So I'm going to have to, entice one of them. I have to slip them a Benjamin and go, send me that. Send them that Van Mussy. Let me have that Van Mussy. This is a great popcorn bucket. This is an awesome bucket. I love that it's the open mouth concept without being dirty and nasty like the Deadpool and Wolverine bucket. Like you got the teeth, so good luck trying to stick something foul in there, but it's just like a good open mouth. And the other thing about it, let me see, is there another angle? We're going to talk about that. Yeah, this other angle, dude, look at the detail on it. The white eyes, the tongue out. Let's get some texture on that tongue. That's going to be a great one. You know what I'm going to want to do with this bucket? And now what you're thinking, Nasty, I think I'm going to try and like put it on the wall and like have it look like Venom's breaking through the wall, and I'm going to add it to the set. That's how cool it looks. That's exactly like, a wall breaker. I think that looks good. This is an awesome bucket. Now, Cinemark apparently also has one. I love you, Cinemark. You know you're my theater. In fact, I just posted a sponsored post with Cinemark, so shout out to your boy. Keep helping me. You lost, Cinemark. You lost, buddy. This is I appreciate the detailing. It looks gooey, black, veiny. We love some good veiny Venom. But I don't think so. This is not winning against that other one, right? Regal unfortunately got it, guys, right? It's not doing it for me. It's a good attempt, but I think AMC's is worse too. I think these are like, oh no, these are also Cinemark. These are extra Cinemark things. All right, that's fine. I'm telling you, the Regal one is the one I'm going to be wanting to snatch up. It just looks better. It looks better. And I think the only thing AMC is going to have is this depressed Venom cup. It looks so sad, man. I know we already talked about this, but it looks like it knows exactly what you're going to do with it. And he's like, Eddie, please, no. I don't want to. Not again. It looks so sad and depressed. It knows what you're doing, but that's going to be a crazy cup to put inside the Regal bucket. That's all I'm saying. So look out for that. Regal is really weird with their release date, so I'm going to have to stay on top of that, but I'm getting me that popcorn bucket. Okay, we had that. And then we had this pizza promo that they're doing that I was like, what the heck? Shout out to Spider-Man News that went ahead and posted it. They found themselves that Pizza Hut is going to have this collab where you can order a pizza, cinnamon buns, wings, or a cookie platter, and it'll all be covered in some black goo. Yo, Venom is in the back gooning on your pizza at Pizza Hut. Give me 12 boxes, please. I'll take it right then and there. I saw this and immediately knew what I had to do with my life, what I had to do for you guys. Right here, this was my exact reaction. Just, oh, Venom Black Goo Pizza. I already was thinking of everything I could have done to make this video happen. I was like, okay, well, now I got to start looking for a Venom costume. I was even going to go as far as buying a whole bunch of black goo. Like, I don't know if it's like silly putty or like some sort of like play putty. And I was going to fill a bathtub with it and just dive into it and then emerge from it and then go to the place, pick up the pizza and be like, Do you guys need more sauce? I got plenty to give. I was like, okay, that's going to be great. I'm going to do that. I'm going to eat it. And there's going to be a part of the video where I'm just going to get as much black goo on my face and go. The wheels were turning about what I could have done. And then, unfortunately, guys, reality set in. This pizza promotion is only available in Australia. Thank you to this lovely man who lets us get an idea of what it would have looked like. But this promotion is only in Australia. I finally feel what my UK audience is always saying. We never get any of the fun stuff. This is one of those situations. So if you are in Australia, well, get yourself some black goo pizza. It honestly does not look good. I watched some of the video. He smells it. He's like, it doesn't smell like anything. It tastes weird. And then he just goes about eating the pizza. So, good time, mate. Check out. Put no shrimp. I can't do no Australian accent, man. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Hey, that was close. That was close. Mr. Sunday Movies and Nick Mason, please do this for us. Do it for me. Ingest the black goo and let us know how it is in a lovely video. I give you permission. Since I am the king of food movie tie-in reviews. But man, why do they do this? You know how much free promotion you could have got just by doing this simple thing? Like, do they not realize how big food promotions can be in the US? And like, they also have a Wendy's one coming up, but it's like as lazy as can be, man. It's nothing exciting. They have let's see, where is it? They have this. It's the Wendy's chili burger. What is this? At least make the buns black. Give me some black sauce. Have, I don't know, somebody slap me when I order it. It's just a regular Wendy's meal that you added the Venom name to it. Pfft, pitiful. This is not what the 3C channel is about, okay? So, unfortunately, guys, if you saw that around, I'm not going to be able to do it. I went as far as to look up how much tickets cost to Australia. $2,000. I know I can afford it, but I would lose money on that video. And it's also a 17-hour plane ride. I love you. I don't love you as much to take a 17-hour plane ride. It's not for me. That's like 2 days of my life just gone inside a plane. So, guys, why couldn't they do it? Sony, for the next one, please bring it to the US. Do something crazy. I promise you, we will all. You rich. I'm not. $2,000 will have me eating ramen for a couple of days. Don't think I'm that rich, buddy. That's gonna affect Chris a little bit. You know, you're not gonna see me in as much crazy costumes as you would like. But yeah, it's more the time constraint. 17 hours on a plane, yo. I get fidgety with a 4-hour plane ride. I start. Help! Sir, calm down. Give me more peanuts. So, this is it. But that's what's happening here with Venom. Now, last thing I want to talk about. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to go about this correctly, all right? I don't want to bring too much attention to it in case it is the real deal. But it's been on there for about 2 weeks now. I don't know how real it is. But there was a clip that went around that was supposedly the audio of the post-credit scene for Venom. It wasn't the actual video. It was just the audio. It was very convincing audio. Like, it had a lot of, like, movie sounds and things like that. I will say Tom Hardy and Venom sounded a little off, so that's the only reason it made me feel fake. But it did answer one question I had about how Venom is going to travel to the MCU. Now, again, I don't know if this is real, but with the sound that it had, I'm like, oh, that explains it then, okay? So I won't go too much into it. I think it's pretty obvious what the post-credit scene could be. It literally is just Venom being taken from the Sony universe to the MCU. We saw those the reshoots where he's like walking in New York City, right? And so we know something like that's going to happen. But in my mind, I'm like, how are they going to explain that? Does Noel have some sort of multiverse powers where he can just send him to a different universe? Are they really going to do the spell thing again? Like, what's the explanation? And then it hit me, man. Well, it didn't hit me. I heard it. I don't want to play it here in case it is very real. If one of you find it, I will let you know. I guess I'll let you know on the Reddit if one of you find it. But basically, the sound. Okay, this. I hate that I'm being this. I don't think it's that big of. We know that's gonna be the post-credit scene. It's either real or not. So, what it sounded like is like the. Here we go. Let me just bring it up. It sounded like the Spider-Verse glitch. If you guys remember in the Spider-Verse movies, the whole like glitching effect and jumping back and forth, it looks like that is what they're going to end up doing, if that is real. And I'm like, okay, that is a good explanation then, because they already have that built into the Spider-Verse movies, right? They have, with the last one, Across the Spider-Verse, they had different villains going to different worlds. We had the Vulture from ancient times or whatever, and then this villain and all that. So it looks like they could be using the Spider-Verse logic to excuse why Venom would randomly jump, and I'm like, that could work. But again, that's if it does, because like that's a sound effect you could easily pull from the movies and whatnot. It just sounded like he goes to New York, he's at a restaurant, and they're like, hey, you forgot to pay your bill, and then Venom walks into the street, and because it's just audio, you don't know what he's looking at, and it's just like music rising. So we'll see, but that could be it. This is how they end up doing it. I'm like, okay, I could be okay with that, because that was the number one explanation I wanted to know is, how does Venom go from the Sonyverse to the MCU back again? I really don't want it to be that like light spell thing that they did, but using the glitch and Spider-Verse logic, Sony might have actually found a good way there, you know? But we'll see if it ends up becoming true or not. Like I said, I heard it, and if it was real, it would have been taken down by now, because that's such a huge thing. But then again, it's Sony, and they like little leaks like that. They like you kind of knowing or guessing, because you remember the No Way Home era, they loved all that stuff. They loved it. But yeah, so we'll see. So that's what's going on right now with Venom. You guys let me know if popcorn bucket to pizza, or what do you think the explanation for how Venom is going to travel into the multiverse? All right. Moving on from there, let's talk a little bit about the Penguin. Now, I was, again, away at the film festival when the Penguin premiered, so I wasn't really at my desk to be able to talk about the Penguin movie. Yeah, the Penguins of Madagascar. I used to love that show as a kid. All right. I don't know if you guys are going to love my opinion on the Penguin. I'm going to start off with the positive and say I am enjoying aspects of the show. Colin Farrell is really great as a Penguin. I think he's knocking it out of the park. He's still doing a great job. I am enticed with the story. I was really enjoying the Falcone's sister character and how crazy she is. There was a lot of mature things that happened I wasn't expecting that like continues to adultify the world. You know, they had one topless person walking by. They had freaking where did they have that screenshot? The penguin chair. I don't want to. Oh, the penguin. Let me see. Penguin chair scene. Let's see if that can pop up. Oh my God, is it here? No. Okay. I was shocked when they had the penguin in a full. I'm scared to type in naked on Google, but if you guys have seen it, you've seen it. It's basically the Penguin, Colin Farrell, completely naked, duct taped to a chair. And I was like, that's imagery I was not expecting. So it's got me enticed. But there is one major thing that is holding me back with completely loving the show. I don't want to say I hate it, but I just want to be honest with you guys. I'm so curious if more of you feel the same way. The production value and the direction of the show is really making me miss Matt Reeves' directing. There were so many things done in this show that I was like, this just doesn't feel like Matt Reeves' universe. It feels like someone trying to copy Matt Reeves, which is what they're essentially trying to do. And it feels like a cheap knockoff at times. There was like some really bad uses of, I don't even know if it was the green screen or the volume, I want to say. If you guys know what the volume, it's that, let me see, the volume filmmaking. It's this giant projector that they've started using in shows and movies. It's this giant area where they project what they want you to see. They'll get a character in front and they'll film it. It's an alternative to green screen, right? And Matt Reeves did use it in the Batman, but when you have Greg Fraser as your cinematographer and you have Matt Reeves directing it, he makes it look like that's an actual city. That's an actual rooftop and in there. There were times in the Penguin, man, where it came off really bad. There was moments where they were driving place to place. Those driving scenes looked like they were pulled out of a sitcom from Friends or How I Met Your Mother, where they're driving and it's just like the horrible green screen. And there's even like other little things where I'm like, I knew this was going to be hard to say. I knew no one was going to agree with me because we just want to completely love it. And that's fine. That's fine to just completely love it. But be honest with yourselves about some of it. Even like Colin Farrell's walking as the Penguin is way more exaggerated in this show than it is in the Batman movie. Like he's literally walking, waddling so much as a penguin and stuff. And I know these are little things, but it's all little things that add up that made me go, man, this is why Matt Reeves is a great director, because all these little choices and looks would not be in his Batman movie. So there is a part of me that is trying to get used to the lower production value and the way it doesn't exactly feel like Matt Reeves' universe. It does feel like a lower grade. I'm not going to go like CW, but it just doesn't have, because I've rewatched the Batman way too many times. When I set up my home theater, my OLED TV, my number one movie to go to is like the Batman. I always tell myself I'm only going to watch the first 10 minutes, and I end up sitting through the entire movie. And just again, go on YouTube right now. Watch the first 10 minutes of the Batman. The way he makes Gotham glow with the sound effects, the rain hitting the bat signal, all that. It is so cinematic and beautiful. And just the production value of the Penguin is holding it back for me. I'm not saying I completely... I knew I was going to be like in this, bro is yapping. I knew it. I knew people were going to feel this way, but it's just like... I'm just being honest. I'm not saying the show is bad or that it's horrible, but with the people, like when IGN gave it a 5, I don't agree with the 5. But if this type of production value still sticks the same, I'm not fully on board. And like also, I wasn't crazy about the relationship he's having with the little kid. I get the idea of what he's trying to go through there, like his first henchman. But like the Penguin had his whole club, had his whole gang of goons, and now they're all gone, and he's starting back at the bottom. I don't know. There was things about it that like took some getting used to. Is the new episode out today or is it tomorrow? Again, it's not bad. If I'm being honest with you, first episode for me was like a 7 out of 10. That's still passing. That's still enjoyable. I'm hoping I can get it together, but I am just being honest. See, I'm glad someone is agreeing with me here. The atmosphere is really off. That's my thing. One of the things I loved most about Matt Reeves as the Batman was that atmosphere. Was like Gotham didn't feel like a real place to me, and I mean that in a positive way. Christopher Nolan's Gotham, it felt like a place I could go drive to. That's because there wasn't much world building. It was just like Chicago, right? It was like just the city of Chicago, and like that didn't feel fun. Matt Reeves' Gotham felt like a place in the comics. Felt like somewhere I can't go travel to, and that's what I loved about it. Penguin didn't feel that way. So it's missing that atmosphere. I still enjoying it, but I'm going to go 7 out of 10 for now. I know people are not going to agree with me, but please don't think of me as a Debbie Downer or a hater. I love the Batman. It is still my favorite movie. I just knew this was going to be really hard to convey to people, but I was sitting there slightly disappointed with that aspect of it. And again, that's my only negative. I'm maybe hanging up on that too much, but you know, that's just my thought. I'm still going to give it a shot, and I'm still looking forward to it. There is one thing I want to bring up that some people are talking about a lot, which is kind of an interesting thing. So there was this statistic, or this stat, I should say, about the Batman that was popping up with Agatha. So Agatha, I will say I like Penguin better than Agatha, even though Agatha is kind of surprising me. I thought I was going to hate Agatha. I've kind of been okay with it. Penguin is better. I will say that, people. I will say that. But Agatha views came in, and they seem to be higher than the Penguin. And this is where I want to bring up this person. Okay, so I'm not going to read this entire thing, but it is really good for those people seeing that stat. Saying, just a heads up, Disney released their data for Agatha all-along viewership, and some ran with it, forgetting to mention a very important piece of information. Those 9.3 million Agatha achieved were global views, not just in the US. That's a very low figure, especially for being global numbers, as it took 7 days to achieve it. For context, The Acolyte, which got canceled for viewership, had 11 million global views in less time, 6 days. And as you might remember, The Acolyte was basically canceled for viewership. So, again, I'm not trying to throw Agatha under the bus or like, you know, or this or that. But I'm seeing a lot of people dunk on the Penguin because like it only got 5 million in, I think, 4 days it was. But that was only US views. That was only US. That was not global. And it also had more time in Agatha. So I don't know. It's just something to look at and to think about. I know it really doesn't matter one way or the... How did the Acolyte get more than Agatha? I think because Star Wars is still huge globally. To me, as a non-casual, I still say Star Wars is dying as a brand, which probably isn't true, but I think Star Wars is huge globally. Like, there's still so many countries that like live and breathe Star Wars, and that's probably why it was a new Star Wars show and they wanted to check it out. But yeah, that's just some same. Agatha honestly wasn't as bad as I expected. Yeah, it's kind of like I had the reverse effect. I wasn't expecting Agatha to be enjoyable, and I was expecting the Penguin to be a lot more enjoyable. But again, I'm just one episode in. I'll see how it goes. Don't hate me. I still like the Penguin, but just being honest on my thoughts. These are criticisms you got to mention, or the crew will not take it into account, and then we'll get a lower production value. I'm still on board for this, and I want to see what happens in it. But that was my thoughts on the Penguin. Don't go killing me. I'm not excited for the comment section. I'm going to clip this and put it on the clips channel, and that comment section is going to eat me alive. I could just feel it. All right, let's go in then talking about the breaking news right before we started live. Chucky. Oh, man, guys. Oh, what is this? He'll be back. Oh, well, there we go. We already got some good news. We'll dive into that article in a sec, but this is what just came out about it. Chucky has been canceled after 3 seasons. It's kind of been a sad Spook Your Mama season because this is the first Halloween season in 3 years where we don't have a Chucky TV season episode or series to talk about. That's what we've done for the last 3 years. I get in my Chucky suit. We talk about episode one by one. We wait for the Halloween episodes and we enjoy it or we don't like it. And it's just been fun that Chucky's been in our lives like that for 3 years. And well, it got canceled. I'm curious what this article says. Let me go into it a little bit. I'll try to see. Chucky canceled by Sci-Fi in US after 3 seasons, leaving creator Don Mancini heartbroken but grateful amid NBC USC cable scripted shift. Okay, so I'm trying to see what he meant by he'll be back. I want to see if there's a mention of the movie because that's the only way. Let's see. I'm heartbroken by the news. I'd like to thank you, and I finally come to amazement. Let me see if I can find anything. And Sovereign Ad, Chucky's one of those. I'm not seeing anything about that. I'll have to look closer, but I mean, Don Mancini said it right here. He'll be back. And we heard that earlier this year. He said he's working on a new movie. He's pitching a new movie that would work in tandem with the show and probably bring together all those characters. So anybody upset about the cliffhanger that happened at the end of season 3 that was terrible, sorry, no offense. I was a terrible ending for season 3. We're going to get some sort of answers in the form of a movie. And honestly, I cannot wait for another Chucky movie. I really like Colt. I mean, I really like Curse. I enjoy parts of Colt. Oh my God, I'm getting them confused. Love Curse. Enjoy Colt. I've been wanting them to go back. But let me be honest with you guys again. This show is starting to go downhill for me. I'm a really big fan of Chucky. And when you're a really big fan of something, I feel this way sometimes with Spider-Man, you are extra critical about the thing you're a fan of because you want it to be perfect or as awesome as it was when you first started watching it. And ever since Chucky has come back, I've wanted that high from Chucky 1 to like Chucky 3. I'll even take Bride of Chucky, for example. And they just have not gotten there yet. Season 1 of the Chucky TV series was the closest thing to hitting that high. It had its goofs and gaffes, but overall, it was a really good show and a nice turn back in. Season 2 hit, and that's when we were hitting the rocky start. I like that they were bringing back Glenn and Glenda, but I felt they fumbled that. Then they added in then they really started putting aside Nika. That was one of the biggest fumbles of the Chucky TV series is the way they handled Nika. You know how hard it is to find your new Laurie Strode, your new Nancy Thompson, whatever you want to call it. After Andy Barkley, we were like, we need a new person that Chucky can fight against. And man, Nika was awesome. In Curse and Colt, she was fantastic. And then when the TV series came, they completely did her so dirty. They took away all her limbs. They forced her into this awful abusive relationship with Tiffany where she was half in and out to the point that she was barely showing up in season 3. She's so underutilized, Nika was. And these kid characters, I like them in season 1, but after a while, there just wasn't much you can do with it. Even Jake, who was the main character of season 1, became an afterthought in season 3. He didn't have much to do, was barely getting anything done, and then Jake and Devin's relationship really did just boil down to is we're gay and want to make out all the time, and the only character that was actually progressing was Lexi. And you guys, like, I wanted more for them, and the way this ended, it was just kind of like, really, how did they? How did they think this was a good idea and wanna? Yeah, see, OMG, that ugly scene. Yeah, they really didn't know how to let Nika get any ups, bro. For real, she needed her moment. Um, so I'm sad about it that, but also at the same time, let me bring up these positives. It did what no other TV show could. Chucky was actually a main player in his TV show. He had a lot of screen time, had to kill every episode. That could not be understated how difficult that must have been to do. Every single episode, Chucky managed to slice somebody, and sometimes it was pretty gory, and that was pretty cool. Chucky got to curse as much as he wanted. He didn't feel censored at all. I just felt like it was a lower budget. I didn't like the animatronic look all that much. We did get some cool, like, I remember season 1 had that Chucky season 1 face. Had this really nasty face to him. Oh, old Chucky was awesome in season 3. Like, they continued things I liked about it, but I was happy to see it done. Yeah, there we go. This face in season 1, that was a pretty awesome look. So it had its ups, but by season 3, I feel like it had enough lows where I was like, we need to finish with this. We need to go back to something else. I'm excited for whatever the movie could be. I'm hoping it's actually not tied too much to the lore, because I don't want it to alienate some people, and I don't even know if it'll get a theatrical release. Curse and Cult of Chucky were straight to VOD movies. Is this next Chucky going to be that too? Or is Universal finally thinking it's time to reboot? I mean, Universal could technically reboot the series, but it'd have to be a direct sequel to the first ever Child's Play. And one of the things that is great about the Child's Play franchise is the continuity has been the same for decades. All the way back to the first Chucky movie to season 3, the continuity has been exactly the same. And that's kind of what's been fun. So there's a part of me that doesn't want them to let go of that. But there's also a part where it's like the continuity has gotten so bogged down. Maybe it's time to let some of that go, So it's sad. We finally got our answer here. We'll see what happens. Like Don Mancini literally said, he will be back. I'm thinking that's the movie. It's probably going to take like 2 or 3 years. But yeah, guys, it didn't happen. I'm curious how you guys felt. And, I'm going to put this as a clip on the channel. Chucky fans, were you happy with the 3 seasons? Are you glad it's over and we're going back to movies? Where would you like Chucky to go in the future? I just want him to be serious again. I just want them to get away from the comedic side of Chucky. Let Megan have all that. Let Megan be the goofy, funny doll that dances and does all these kind of things. Let Chucky be the sadistic, crazy dude he once was. Because that's what I'm missing. I don't want scenes where Chucky's literally getting his balls grabbed by a doctor. That's a scene that happened in the show that I'm like, it's funny, but this doll used to give me nightmares, and now I'm seeing you grab its balls. Like, what are we doing here? So, I don't know. Stuff like that. I want to hear what some of you guys say. The movie must have nothing to do with the show. I think if they do anything, it'll be like a line they explain away. I doubt they'll get that much into it, but they could. I mean, they could. I don't put it past Don Mancini. Or he could do the thing where he brings back the 3 main stars of the series, but as brand new, different characters, because he loves to do that too. Bring like Devin Sawa every season. He could do that in the movieverse. Let's see here. I don't think they'll doing it because in the show, they already said there are different continuities. Megan is a movie in the Chucky universe. It's not a real doll, which I think is the best way to do it. I kind of don't need a Megan versus Chucky movie, although I'd still watch it, definitely. Let's see. Oh, someone's so mad. F. I love this show. It was fun to watch around Halloween. I'm not going to lie. Like, I never was like, oh, I have to watch this. I was always kind of like, all right, what's going to happen? What's going on? And that's always the fun of Chucky. So, that was good. But it sucks, man. It's canceled. It's gone. It's out of our lives. I'm going to have to read this article further. I'll add a clip apart, but I don't see anything about like it continuing on or anything. Originally greenlit, had the show psych. I'm heartbroken, and finally our amazing fans, a big bloody, you're incredible, Chucky cold. Chucky, yeah, he just said Chucky will return. He always, yeah. Five Nights at Freddy fans, get out your pitchforks. Chucky said it first, baby. He always comes back. Yeah, I love that Chucky line. So he's coming back, and it's going to be in a movie. And honestly, I'm much happier with that than a new season. I'll just leave it at that, guys. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, let's talk about one of our final stories that came up right before the live stream. DC. James Gunn, it is getting harder and harder to defend you, my friend. I'm just being honest with you. It got reported out of nowhere that we are going to be getting a Deathstroke and Bane team-up movie from DC Studios. Now, this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter. This isn't a scooper. This isn't somebody, like, oh, my uncle who works at DC and cleans James Gunn's toilets said this. No, it's an actual publication. So it's something actually in the works. And man, what totally random people to just throw into a movie. I like Bane. I like Deathstroke. Throwing them in a movie as a team-up thing, I'm just like, there's parts of me that get a little mad because I'm like, we don't even have a Flash trilogy. We don't have a Green Lantern trilogy. We didn't even get a Wonder Woman trilogy. We're about to get a Venom trilogy and now a Bane and Deathstroke movie. What? This is how I felt when I was like 12 and I was sitting in the theater and they played a trailer for the movie Watchmen and it said DC and I was like, so we got this, but we don't got a Green Lantern movie? We don't got a Flash movie? I don't know, that just hurts, man. I love them classic legacy Justice League characters, and they be coming out with the what if Bane and Deathstroke team up? Kind of movie. Now, there's some more details in here coming about, and we'll talk about what it could be. So, in the details that they had from this article, it doesn't look like it's going to be a movie centered on them because there was this part of the article that said, let me see here. I'm trying to get it to where you guys could see. Sorry. Okay. The exact plot details are still uncertain, and sources also stressed the two characters would be in the movie, but it's unclear if they would be the central figures of the project. So already that kind of puts us in a perspective of where they're going. This is not going to be a Bane and Deathstroke movie. This movie isn't going to be Bane and Deathstroke, or as I would like to call it, Slay and Bay. Think about it. Slade, Bane, Slay and Bay. James Gunn, hire me. It looks like it's going to be some other kind. You remember when we heard about they were making In the Trench movie back in DC? This was before James Gunn. The Trench DC movie. To me, I'm getting flashbacks to that. There was this movie called The Trench. It was going to be a spin-off of the Aquaman series, and I was always like, why would they make a movie on the trench? That's such a random part. Like, it was a cool part of the first Aquaman movie, but make a whole movie surrounding that. And then James Wan later came out and said that was secretly going to be a Black Manta solo movie. And I was like, oh, I like Black Manta. That actually would have been nice to see. I'm getting the same vibes here. Right now, we're being told Bane and Deathstroke team-up movie, but it's most likely something completely different that involves them. Here are the options that people are mentioning. Now, for one, I was seeing some people bring up this could be the Deathstroke. I mean, this could be Suicide Squad 3. I didn't freaking hard. Let me see if I can pull it up. A Suicide Squad 3. There was early concept art whenever James Gunn, here it is, when James Gunn was making his Suicide Squad movie, and there was concept art that Deathstroke was going to be part of the team. He was an actual member they were thinking about. You can see Peacemaker there, Shark, Polka Dot Man, and I believe that's Ratcatcher. Deathstroke was a serious candidate that was going to be part of the movie, but for one reason or another, he wasn't in it. There was even rumors that like Bane was going to show up, and he's been part of like the comic adaptation there, so some people are saying James Gunn wants to continue the Suicide Squad movies, even though I kind of think it's time to let those go. They don't really make... The first one made money, but that's because you had the new Joker in there, and Batman was in it. Of course that was going to make money, but you fumbled that story. Then, unfortunately, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, although that was awesome, came out during the pandemic and basically flopped. I think it only made $20 million or something? It was really poor, but it was a great movie. I don't think it's time to continue Suicide Squad. I don't think it is, but that's what some people are thinking. And it would also make sense because I'm like, after Peacemaker, what do you do with him? Does Peacemaker become a member of the Justice League? No, he's probably going to segue into a Suicide Squad movie, right? So it's like maybe that's what James Gunn would want to do with John Cena's Peacemaker. So that's one option. These two could be part of the new Suicide Squad movie, which I really kind of don't hope for. Then the other one that is probably very likely, there is a movie called, oh, not a movie, there's a comic book called Secret Six. And Bane is one of the characters. Now, Deathstroke typically isn't, but with movies, you can always substitute out people. And there have been people that have gone back to James Gunn where he says, love Secret Six, would make a great movie or show. So there's already precedent that James Gunn loves this comic book series and would be willing to make it happen. I'm going to be the Debbie Downer. This might be a cool I've never read it. I don't even know anything about this, so I'm going to sound very ignorant and dumb here. But this, to me, if you sell this to the general audience, they're just going to think of it as another Suicide Squad. A team full of villains or anti-heroes tasked to do a mission? That sounds familiar. We're about to also get Thunderbolts. So that's going to be another thing that already wraps people's mind around. I don't know if doing a Secret Six movie would be all that exciting. Maybe I'm sounding like a dick here. I kind of want to see Catman. I've been seeing people bring him up and they want Alan Ritchson. Neb definitely wants Alan Ritchson. He's been posting like crazy about him. Yeah, here, look. Catman is coming, everyone. I've read a little bit about Catman and he's actually kind of cool. But Alan Ritchson as Catman would be crazy, and maybe that's what Peacemaker Season 2 is setting up, the Secret Six, and do a team like that. Again, if you do this, people are just going to think it's another Suicide Squad. And another Suicide Squad has already been, not that great at the box office. Bane would be a big draw in there. Depends what other villains you throw in there as well. Could this be how they bring Will Smith back? Because, like, Deathshot is one of the members of the team. Will it just be... if you make it a team completely of Batman villains, you might actually have something there. Because anything Batman related, people jump at. So if you kind of make a Secret Six movie and it's all Batman villains, maybe you have something there to cook, James Gunn, because people go crazy for that stuff. See what people are already saying, like, let him cook, like Gunn cook. Alan should be Batman. I don't know. He's almost too big to be Batman for me, which I know sounds dumb, but I kind of like a Batman that is low-key. Because if you see the billionaire with, like, freaking Dwayne Johnson muscles, you're like, I think that guy's Batman, guys. I think that guy's Batman. I don't know. I do. If he was Batman, I wouldn't mind it. So there's that. That's another idea. If it's not the Secret Six, maybe Bane and Deathstroke are the villains in the Teen Titan movie. And we're just not fully aware that this is what they're casting for. Because we had already heard they're making a Teen Titans movie, which actually I'm very excited for that. Yes, you do need to do that. Camera's about it. I forgot to turn on my fan, guys. Let me do something real quick. Oh, there we go. If the camera dies, guys, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn on the fan. There we go. All right. It's giving me the heat warning signal. All right. Anyways. So... Teen Titans could be cool. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Like, I definitely want Deathstroke as a villain in a Teen Titans movie. That seems more appropriate to me. I know a lot of people want him to be a Batman villain, but I'm like, let's just let him be. So that's what could be happening. Is it could be a Bane. It could be Suicide Squad 3, Secret Six movie, Teen Titan villains. I think it's going to end up being Secret Six. I think that's what it'll probably end up being. But we'll see. Just a quick also add-on, since we're talking about DC news. There was a possible casting for who Jon Stewart could be in the universe. And yeah, I don't mind these faces. We have Aaron Pierce and Stephen James. I recently saw Aaron Pierce in a Netflix movie called Rebel Bridge. If you have not seen that movie, I recommend it. It is a slow burn, but I thought it was a really great movie. He gives a great performance, has a really good demeanor. I would not mind Aaron Pierce as Jon Stewart. I don't think I've seen anything with Stephen James, so I unfortunately can't comment on how I feel about him. But I mean, if he can act, sure. But as of right now, I'm going to lend my hand to Aaron Pierce since I recently saw him in Rebel Bridge. I really need, like, I'm not going to lie, seeing the production quality of The Penguin scared me for the Green Lantern series, because did you guys feel like Penguin was HBO quality? I'm not being a dick. I know I'm going back to that hate. I don't hate the Penguin show, I promise you. Be honest with me. Did you find the Penguin to be HBO quality? And so I'm kind of worried about that with like Green Lantern. Is it going to have that money budget? Because maybe James Gunn is playing it smart. I don't think he should be spending like She-Hulk was like $200 million, which She-Hulk should not have cost that, man. Like, what are you doing? That's Avengers money, and you're spending that on a TV show? Like, I'm getting a lot of no's in the chat. Okay, so some of y'all agree with me. Oh, okay. And see, I don't think this is that big of an insult, but I agree with you. It felt more like Hulu quality. I agree. Now, again, I think there's something called like CW quality, HBO, or like, I think like HBO, or sometimes Amazon spends a lot. Netflix can too. There's like Hulu quality. I agree. That's not that big of a diss. I know some people don't like me being negative on the Penguin, but yeah, it felt like Hulu quality. It didn't feel like HBO. So I don't know. I'm kind of worried about the production value of the Green Lantern but then again, they're saying most of that show's taking place in like a farm town, and they're solving a mystery there. So maybe it doesn't require a lot of CGI and will actually look fine. I just better get some Green Lantern ring action every episode, man. I need that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But hey, I'm just glad we're getting some Green Lantern in our life. But whenever I see articles like this, I'm just like, James Gunn, I'm letting you cook. I am defending you because I think you're a very talented, smart man. But I can't explain this, man. I don't know what to tell you, all right? Just give me Superman so I can determine if you got some good or not in this DCU. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'll blow our mind. All right. That's the DC update for you guys. That's the DC update. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. We talked about what we needed to. We got through our topics, got some good stuff. Now, let's get into these Quetty questions. I'm going to let the regular chat dictate some topics just because I want to show some love to you guys. I know times can be tough. You don't always have to send super chat, although it's greatly appreciated. But people in the regular chat, if you want to talk about anything, if you want to bring anything up, bring it on, Papa. Bring it on. Let's see. Oh, Last of Us Season 2 trailer. That's definitely something to talk about. I freaking love that trailer. I thought it was really good. Last of Us Season 2 trailer. It was, I don't think I could play it all out because unfortunately Warner Brothers but ooh, dude, this is one of those shows where it's, oh God, I thought you guys could see the screen. My bad. This is like where the money is being spent on this show and it's being maximized. I played the second game, so I know what a lot of these scenes mean. I cannot wait for my heart to be torn apart and broken. I'm so curious how they're going to handle Abby. The non-linear part of the game is what I'm most interested to see how they tackle in the show, because there are some parts in the game that like it jumps back and forth. It like gives you the most horrible thing first, then it goes back and gives you context to why that horrible thing happened. But there's this one shot where she's like, let me see if I can find it. She's just kind of sitting there, and it just looks like so much like this scene right here. Like, dude, that's literally a cutscene from the game. Like, the lighting on point, the grass, all that. And Isabella Merced, talk about new celebrity crush. But she's in there. She's gonna look like she's gonna do a great job. I can't wait. I'm also curious if they add newer things, kind of like they did with the episode with Nick Offerman's character. They expanded on different aspects of it. I hope they could do that. So, yeah, this trailer got me so pumped, excited. I cannot wait to check it out. I agree. What else, guys? What else? Let's see, what else can you talk about? Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that. I forgot. It was reported last week that sorry guys. It was reported last week that they canceled the Ben 10 movie. And I was like, "What? No!" So, let me see here where it came from. I think it was a producer that was talking about it. It says here, exclusive, Warner Brothers live-action Ben 10 movie is dead, confirms producer Steve Richards. I don't think Warner Brothers realizes the money they are sitting on with a property like this. It's not even because I'm saying there's a lot of kids like me that grew up on Ben 10, Danny Phantom, which would be another moneymaker. Do it, Warner Brothers. But these are also properties that if you make them right now, you are going to make a new generation of fans, and this is going to become a long-lasting brand. If you don't make this Ben 10 movie in the next 5-10 years, you miss out on a big IP. you miss out on it because we age out. We no longer, after a couple years, that demographic doesn't care that much about their nostalgia and going back to things. They got bills, jobs, and real life issues. They're not going, well, the guy who would hit the Omnitrix and go in hero. No, you need to do this now because, dude, a big budget Ben 10 movie would go crazy. It would be so awesome. So I was disappointed that they canceled that. I don't know why they thought that's a good idea. Like, there's so many cool things you could have done with that, but maybe they were just going off that made-for-TV Ben 10 movie that if you watch now, looks like it was made on Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey budget, right? It was like so bad. But yeah, this and Danny Phantom, please make movies because they would be such winners. They would be such winners. A couple more, then I'll go into the super chat. Are you hyped for Smile 2? Honestly, I am and I'm not. I really did like first Smile movie. Smile 2, I don't know. Something about the trailers isn't 100% grabbing me. Like, I want to see it. I'm curious about it. But there's something about it that I'm not, like, fully like, oh, yeah, let's go check it out. I can't wait to see it. So, a little on it. But, yeah. Let's see what else. New Chucky reboot. I don't know if they do it. Because, again, the way the rights work is MGM, who is owned by Amazon now, have the rights to the first Chucky movie, and Universal owns the rights to the sequels. So Universal could technically reboot Chucky, but it'd have to be like what Halloween 2018 did, or a lot of the horror movies do now, where it's a reboot, but it's a direct sequel to that original movie. So there is a way you can go back to the continuity and start it kind of all over, but you would still have to use the base of the first movie as your starting ground and be a sequel to that, which I don't think is a bad idea, but man, to let go of decades of Chucky continuity would be kind of heartbreaking because not a lot of franchises can say that. Like, I think only Scream. Halloween has like 5 different timelines. Nightmare on Elm Street has been rebooted. Friday the 13th has been rebooted. Chucky's still going strong, Let's see what else. Couple more. Did you see the John Wick ballerina trailer? I did. I actually have some hope for it. I didn't know if it was going to turn out good or not because they delayed the movie a whole year because they thought the action scenes in it were not good enough. But no, yeah, I'm wanting to see it. Let me see if I can find. They definitely had to show John Wick in the trailer. I wonder, he's going to have 5 minutes of screen time, right? But yeah, Ana de Armas, she looks believable. I hope it just more fleshes out the John Wick world, because that's one part of it I really do like. I didn't know he got to be in it. He filmed his scenes before he passed away. That's so awesome. Oh, I guess that's how long ago the movie was filmed. That's good. That's good. I did see people making fun of Norman Reedus, who is in this movie, but his freaking hair. Let me see if I can find it. Norman Reedus. Is that how you spell his name? Dude did not want to sit in the makeup department. Bro looks like Daryl Dixon straight out of The Walking Dead. Tank top, long hair, and everything, man. I love Norman Reedus. He was one of my favorite characters in The Walking Dead when I was watching, but it was so funny to just see him pop up looking exactly like Daryl Dixon. Please put your hair in a bow tie or something, pull it back, or go fully off the beard. This is just Daryl Dixon. He goes from the Walking Dead set to the ballerina set and is like, Carl, you don't know nothing, Rick. You don't know nothing. So yeah, I think ballerina looks good. All right, let's go into some of the super chatties. Oh, what did you think of the Last of Us 2 trailer? It looks amazing. Yeah, Luis, I agree. I think it does look amazing. I think it looks really good. I can't wait to see it. It gave me goosebumps. It made me feel like I'm going to get really emotional. I didn't get screeners last time. This time I'm going to try and get it because I do not want to wait week to week. I just want to watch that whole thing. So I can't wait. I hope it's good. Have you seen Azrael that came out? I want to see it, but I don't know if it's playing around me. If you guys don't know, Azrael is this new horror movie with Samara Weaving. I think it just came out in theaters, and I love Samara Weaving. I think she's an underrated Scream queen, and she was in the opening scene of Scream 6. But it sounds like a cool premise. Apparently, the movie opens up, and she's just this girl in the woods where she's being chased by a bunch of guys, and we don't know why. We'll find out along the way. It's also supposed to be a movie with no dialogue, which might be tough for some people, but I kind of like when movies do experimental things like that. So I do want to see it. I heard the only review I did see about it from people I trust is that it's like pretty basic until the last 20 minutes. It finally like reels you in. I don't know if that's always like an exciting thing. It's like, it's all right until the last 20 minutes. At least it ends strong. So I do want to see it. I got to make time, but there's so many other things. Like I just got back from watching The Substance. It's a crazy movie, but also being at Fantastic Fest and watching so many movies. Man, your boy's a little tired out going to the theater. I never thought I'd say that, but I've had a little too much theater time. So I got to pick and choose. There's some movies at home I still want to watch. Like I haven't seen The Oddity yet. I still want to see The Oddity. We all missed you this past week. Did you see Heretic? No, I want to. It sucks I didn't get to see it. I think John Flickinger, who I was there hanging out with, if you guys know the Flick Pick, he saw it. I'm pretty sure he's going to be posting a review. If not, go check out the Flick Pick because he's still doing stuff out there and he's making content again. So support him. But I heard great things about it. Almost everyone who saw it said it was like their favorite movie of A24 movie of the year. So that I can't wait. The trailers really hooked me in. If you don't know, that's the movie where like two girls were like going talking about Jesus, and the guy's like, "Oh, come on in," and some crazy stuff is supposed to happen. I can't wait to see it though. But it doesn't come out till November, so I'm really sad I didn't get to see it. If Sony is going for the null route for Spider-Man 4, do you think we will have other Avengers or Multiverse Spider-Man characters? No, if they do the null route for Spider-Man 4, it'll just be mainly Sony people. So we'll probably see Craven, Aaron Taylor Johnson, maybe a Morbin time camp, which is so crazy if they do, but Sony would just want it to benefit them. And I think just having Venom and Spider-Man in the movie alone will probably sell a lot of tickets. Whether the movie is good or bad, just having Venom and Spider-Man together is bound to be a moneymaker. And I think that's all they really care about, honestly. So I don't think they'll have Avengers or other multiverse Spider-Man characters other than maybe Toby or Andrew. Chris has risen. Bow before the master. Yes, thank you. I will take the bowing. Thank you. Saw Superman doc. It was interesting and inspiring. I do want to check that out. I think it's gonna pull at my heartstrings. But yeah, I heard great things about that documentary. I want to see it too. For reviews, what is all the stamps you could do? What is all the stamps you could do? For reviews, what is all the stamps you could do? I'm a little confused by the question, my friend Boat Kid. All the stamps I could do. I wish I knew the context of what you were asking for, but if you want to let me know in the regular chat so you don't have to super chat again, I'll try to answer it. But for reviews, what is all the stamps you could do? I do a lot of stamping. Okay. Hey, Chris, have you seen the movie Monsters 2010? Is that the animated? No, that's Monster House. Monsters 2010. Oh, yes. From the guy who's directing the new Jurassic Park movie, Gareth Edwards. Yeah, I've seen the movie. I enjoy it. I liked it. I thought it was good. They even made a sequel, right? I don't think I saw the sequel. But yeah, I like that movie. I enjoyed it. Can we have a funeral for Chucky? The funeral has been given to Chucky, man. But he will be back. He will be back. You need to watch The Substance. It's my top movie. I have seen it. I actually saw a fan at my screening. I was walking out and he was like, "Hey, bud." And I was like, "Hey." And I'm sorry if the interaction wasn't longer. That movie was a little too long for me. That was one of the stuff. I did really like it, but I got some negatives on it. Oh, shocker, right? Chris with his negatives and being Debbie Downer. It was really good, though. I did really enjoy a lot of it, but there's some things I do want to talk about. I'm debating whether to make it its own solo review, or for October 1st, I'm planning like this big video of a bunch of horror movies I saw throughout the year that I didn't make videos on just because the algorithm and views and situations. And I don't know if The Substance would get that many views right now, so it might be one I include there, but it's definitely one I want to talk about and recommend after I tell you some of my thoughts on it. So yeah, I saw it. I just saw it today. It was crazy. It was wild. How strong is your new streak? Not that strong. I mean, what streak we talking about, buddy? Are we talking about Snapchat streak? Are we talking about TikTok streak? My live streaming streak? My personal streak? Haven't missed a day since '99. Beetlejuice and the Flying Dutchman. Who wins? Okay. So if we're going with the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob, I'm going to go with the Flying Dutchman. I think he would win. Beetlejuice, he a fraud. He a fraud. Yeah, I said it. I said it. Chucky got canceled. Do you think we'll conclude the cliffhanger in a movie? So glad we're going to get movies again. Hope they're theatrical. Yes, that's what I mainly want is theatrical. Big money. Put the money back into Chucky. If Megan can do it, so can Chucky. Universal, please be a little greedy. Do something with them. But do I even want that cliffhanger answered? Do I care? I'm like, I hate to say that, but that's how I got to that point with those characters. I was just kind of like, I just want to see Chucky go on an adventure where it just feels like a classic Chucky movie, you know? Poob just sends in $1. Appreciate that. Entering a TV pilot competition. My entry is a Western show with Brendan Gleeson, Divine Joy Randolph, and Julia Roberts. Any tips for winning? Your boy has never entered in any one of those things, so I'd be the worst to give you any advice on that, my friend. Just do the best you can. You're already on the right path with a Western, so it's affordable, but also is that appealing to general audiences today? Do people want to see a Western? Last Western I saw that was popular is either like Yellowstone, it has Western vibes, or what was that one with the also had robots in it? Westworld. There we go. So we'll see, buddy. But I wish you luck. I wish you luck. Chris, have you played Astrobot? You should stream it someday. I want to play Astrobot. I've seen great things about it, and those are my kind of games, you know, platformers or adventure kind of games like that, and gives me a real Super Mario Odyssey vibe, and back in the day when I had the Wii, loved Super Mario Galaxy, so I want to play Astro Boy, and you know, I grew up with PlayStation. I didn't get to get the 30th anniversary PlayStation console. They sold out on me. I did get the controller, though. I couldn't let go of that nostalgia. Seeing the pictures of you, Sean, and Cody flick hanging out at Fantastic Fest, they must be 15 feet tall, and you're actually 13 feet tall. Yeah, my height was exposed again on the freaking interwebs. Let me see here. Let's see if we go to Sean. I think Sean had it. Yeah, I took a photo with the guys, and oh man, they were not. Here I am with the boys. Me and the guys, the John, Sean, Cody, all great guys, all nice people. I enjoy them, but you can see there's like there's a bit of a height difference here. Now this is actually an optical illusion. I felt really bad because I know these guys are maybe insecure about their heights and being how tall and gigantic I am, and with my success, I didn't want to physically overtower them, so I was standing on my knees the entire festival. That's right, your boy got on his knees. Hands on your knees, hands on your knees. Just for Sean, Cody, and John, all right? I did it for their well-being, so it's not an actual great depiction, but that's what happened. So please spread the word. If you want to Photoshop my actual height, I would greatly appreciate it in there. So, yeah. I know there was like another angle. No, I can't find the other angle. So, yeah, there you guys go. Oh. All right. Moving on. Did you hear that season 2 of Ted? Oh, yeah. Almost got canceled because of the cost. They're doing animated show after. At this point, just do Ted 3 because it's just going to be Family Guy if it's animated. If they, you know, like I've been seeing clips of the Everybody Hates Chris animated show, and some of it is like all right, but I'm like, it just, part of the charm was that it was live action. How much do those even like live action turn animated sitcom shows actually end up making or like being good? I don't think that Everybody Hates Chris one is going to last very long. I liked the live action one, and same with Ted. It's like, what, at that point you're just making Family Guy. Please keep season 2 of Ted, because I really enjoyed season 1. I didn't think I was going to like it that much, but I did. So they need to keep on with that show. Have you watched Wolves? I liked it a lot, but the story is really lacking. A lot of it. Would love to know your thoughts. I haven't checked it out yet. I do want to see it. I am a John Watts lover fanboy now, so I do need to give it a shot. But no, unfortunately, I have not checked out the movie yet. I need to see it because I am #1 John Watts fan now. Would you rather get early access to every major blockbuster film, but only be able to watch it once, or be able to rewatch any movie you want, but never see a new release again? I know that's a toughie. So basically, I could either watch every new movie up and coming, but I could only see it once. Ooh. Rewatch any movie you want, but never see a new release again. That's a toughie. That's a toughie. I'm going with the new movies. I'm going with the new movies. I have my comfort films, and I'm going to miss them. But there's just so much potential with the new movies, and it's going to suck if I find one I like and then I can't see it. But at least I'll have the memory of it. I mean, I got to see what happens with Secret Wars. Man, you tell me I can't see Secret Wars? I got to see Secret Wars. That's what I'm going with. It's probably not a great answer, but that is what I'm going with. Chucky TV show just got canceled. I know Ghost BC fan 1. It's a sad day for us Chucky fans. It's a sad day for us Chucky fans. Chris, do you agree that the spin-off movie about the cops from Superbad could have been really funny? Should have happened, man. Yeah, I would have watched. Bill Hader and Seth Rogen. Bill Hader needs to be in more movies. Bill Hader is so well, I wouldn't even want to say underratedly funny. The man is just funny, and most people know that. But he has not gotten the movie star attention love he deserves. Bill Hader deserves to be in more movies. So, yeah, I would have watched it just for Bill Hader. Hey, Chris, thoughts on D&W Blu-ray and 4K cover? Oh, Deadpool Wolverine. I thought they looked all right. Let me pull them up here. Let me see so you guys can see. Deadpool Wolverine Blu-ray cover or whatever. I didn't mind that. I know some people get really picky on that stuff. Where's it? Is it one of these? Is it just these? It was like something else. Were people upset about it? Is that why? I know the people in the community get like kind of antsy about this. Oh, this one. This is the one. Yeah, I like it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Is it AI or something? If it's AI, then no. But from right now, just looking at it, I like it. I don't mind it. I think it looks cool, especially the mask. The mask looks really good here. It looks more blue. It looked kind of black in the movie, didn't it? It looks bluish here. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, Chris, so news account has mentioned this, but Mufasa Lion King got new art display. I sent it to you at 3C Films X. Oh, got a new art. Oh, I see it now, my friend. Let me pull it up. That's cool. Can I stand with them? Can I be part of the Mufasers? I guess I could stand right here. Is this like in front of the Substance one? Because it has like that Substance wallpaper. That's pretty cool. That's nice. Yeah, some lions. Rawr. Thank you for that. I appreciate you sharing that, my friend. All right. You gonna watch Saturday Night? Oh, there we go. That's one of the movies. Most anticipated movie or Megalopolis. Keep up the good work. I saw Saturday Night at Fantastic Fest. See, that's what I meant by my brain turned to mush. I saw so many movies that I'm forgetting. I saw Saturday Night, so I'll give you my quick thoughts on the movie. Since I actually watched it, and it probably won't be one I review on the channel, just 'cause I know it won't get that much attention. My viewers don't really seem to care about my thoughts on that, but I liked it. This is also coming from somebody that is not really a big Saturday Night Live guy. Nothing against the show, but I grew up on Mad TV. You know, that Keegan, that's where Jordan Peele, Keegan Michael Keel was. And then you also had people like Bobby Lee, and my favorite was Stewart. You know, look what I can do. I loved Mad TV. Mad TV was my Saturday night. So because of that, there were aspects of the whole movie I thought was fascinating. It takes place 90 minutes before they go live on the first ever Saturday Night Live, and that's how you follow it. Though it's like 90 minutes leading up to when they go live, and it's very chaotic. The movie has like such an energy to it. You are gonna feel a little exhausted after the movie because it's constantly like heart racing. Like we gotta hurry, we gotta get in. Oh, this thing went wrong. This thing went wrong. We gotta do this. We gotta like it never stops. And the score is just as adrenaline pumping. It got a little exhausting. Like 40 minutes in the movie, I'm like, oh my god, when are we gonna slow down? I need to take a little bit of a breather. Dylan O'Brien was great in the movie. He plays a young Dan Aykroyd. I didn't get much Dan Aykroyd-isms from him. The guy who plays Chevy Chase was awesome. He did a great job in there. He has a really like uncomfortable interaction with J.K. Simmons' character. But I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I give it like a good 8 out of 10. Rachel Sonnet was also in it. I'm quite enjoying her. So like, if you're a Saturday night guy, I recommend it to you. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what other things I could say. That was really my only negative is like sometimes the pacing is too chaotically fast. You get exhausted of it. And I also wonder just how much of it was like, splurged and lied about cuz like no way all that happened in 90 minutes. Cuz like a lot happens. It felt like, Frieza and Goku fighting on Namek where they're like planet's going to explode in 5 minutes and it freaking takes 10 episodes for them to fight. So things like that. But I feel like I would have liked it more if I knew the history of a lot of these cast members and the things with Saturday Night Live. I felt lost in some stuff, but the movie does its best to fill you in. So I did like it. I did like Saturday Night. There you go. Just to give you some thoughts. All right. Hey Chris, did you see season 2? Yes, I saw the trailer. I am excited for the show. I hope it's done well, and they're gonna rip our heartstrings, man. I can't wait for that. I can't wait. Wow, the first episode of The Penguin was great. Glad Gunn is letting Reeves and the creatives at DC do their thing. When is your review of the episodes coming? I think I'm going to end up waiting till the whole show is done, just because I missed out on episode 1, so I feel dumb going now episode to episode if I missed the first episode, but yeah, maybe I'll just post them here on the Clips channel. I'll post that first one as my episode 1, and then is tonight episode... When is episode 2? That's what I'm kind of lost on, is when is episode 2 coming out? Was it tonight? Penguin... Episode 2 release date. Let me see. It says tonight. No, what? Is it tonight? Why there's no new episode of Penguin tonight? Oh, okay. So when it's Sunday nights. So it comes out this Sunday. Okay, then yeah, I'll post this on the Clips, and I guess just be seeing it maybe every Friday. Can be my thoughts on it or something like that. That doesn't really work out, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm sure I'll be more positive after you guys beat my butt for saying the things I said about it. Give us a Muse streak. Maybe in Spider-Man 4, would like to see Tom, Toby, Andrew versus Tom Hardy's Venom. Then they all work together to fight Null in black suits. That's kind of what I would like to happen. I mean, if we're just going to do this, and we're going to have the shantananny happen, just go all the way with the shantananny, all right? Have them all in black suits. But it would be so weird to get Toby in a black suit because he knows the repercussions of it. He's like, last time I wore this thing, I slapped my girlfriend. All right, let me put it back on. Like that would be kind of crazy if that's what Toby does. So it'd still be cool to see all of them in the black suit, especially Andrew. Andrew would be the one I'd be most excited to see him in that suit. Which Spider-Man villain would you want to be in the next? I definitely want Scorpion. I want them to do that. They've already gone through so many of them. I'm trying to think of like what other Spider-Man villains I would like them to touch upon. They already did. It's like they've already done so many of the main players. Like who does Tom Holland have left other than like Kingpin in there? I know Mr. Negative, but I don't know. I want more of a classic Spider-Man. Big Wheel. Somebody else said Big Wheel. Wallman. Mr. Negative. Who else though? Like they've already done so many. Unless like I just want to see his version. I guess Hobgoblin. But do you make it Ned? That would be kind of one. We'll see. If not, it was going to be Kraven. But they already have the Kraven solo movie, so now he's not going to be there, All right. Hey, Chris, hope you're having a good evening. Which 4 characters do you want to see a DCU project? 2 animated and 2 live action. Okay. I want Plastic Man. I think Plastic Man could be so cool because he's like revolves around heists, and I love heists, and he also has this good backstory of going from being a criminal to a hero. I'd like that kind of redemption story, and plus I think the humor of it would be really cool. Plastic Man, I would want a live action movie. Back in the day, I would have loved it to be Jim Carrey. Now Ben Schwartz would be pretty cool. Plastic Man, animated project. I guess a solo Nightwing movie at this point because I would really want to see that. As far as animated goes, it has to be a character that's pretty expensive to do in live action. Like Batman Beyond would be awesome animated. I would love a Batman Beyond animated. And then I'm trying to think of like who else. I don't know if you go Green Lanterns animated because I want them to stay live action. But since they have the Green Lantern Corps, that planet, and they could go to different areas, that could be something. trying to think of like what other DC characters I would really want. Some people are saying Jack-O-Lantern. I don't think I'm familiar with Jack-O-Lantern. But Nightwing for sure. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I like Batman Beyond is really like the only animated movie I like really think about that I want, especially since we saw that concept art, right? Someone just say, "Dad, pay your child support." What the heck? I'll come back to you on that one if I can think of it, my friend, for another animated one. Any news on the Twisted Childhood universe? I did see that they announced a new one, but I just, no offense to those people, I love, they were so nice to me for giving me that cameo and all that, but like, I feel like the enthusiasm for that universe is gone. Twisted Childhood universe news. Let me see if they're up to date right now, because they just announced the Alice and Mad Hatter movie. Could be fun. It seems like a pretty obvious choice, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of just want to see the Pooniverse movie. I want to see you put them all together, and that'll be, I think, the peak of everything going on with it. Oh, look, the Incredibles are now in Fortnite, baby. Hey, lower that camera. Oh, where is my super suit, woman? Oh, that's a pretty cool emo. I like that. Let's see what else they got. Oh, they got the little robot in there. Cool. I like them. Yo, they hit Elastigirl. They knew what they was doing. No, yeah, they gave us a full body shot of him and a back shot too. Where's my Elastigirl back shots? That's pretty cool. Do they have any more stretchy emotes? I think I'm going to big Frozone. He looks so cool. I like frozen powers. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right. Chris, Transformers 1 isn't out in Ireland. Okay, so there's still good. I don't know how much Ireland can help with that box office, but if it still has some markets to hit, maybe, that'll help it out. But y'all better show up. Y'all better show up, I got a cameo from the man who voices Pumbaa from The Lion King in 1994. It's the coolest thing for me. Have you had a cameo? If not, who would you choose? I think I've only ever done cameo once, and I bought it from Roger L. Jackson, who's the voice of Ghostface in the Scream movies, and it was back in my Scream days because we didn't know if he was coming back to voice Ghostface for Scream 5, and I would just send him a cameo, be like, "Can you hint if you're coming back?" And he just said, "And you'll see me real soon." I can't do a Ghostface voice, but that's the only time I bought a cameo. They've reached out to me to be on cameo, but I don't know how good I'd be at that. I don't even know. You guys would make me say the weirdest thing. "Hey, Timmy, have a gyat birthday. This is from your auntie. Just finished playing Astrobot. It's really fun." Oh, I want to play Astrobot. Wish I had more time, man. Wish I had more time to do stuff. I've never heard of Art the Clown until this year. Well, will I understand Terrifier 3, or do I have to watch the other two? I say watch the second movie at least. You don't have to really see the first movie. You can watch, and if you really don't even want to see them, watch Dead Meat, the kill count. He did great summations and also tells you the behind the scenes of the movies and where they come from and all that. I would say for the first movie, watch the kill count from Dead Meat. Second movie, if you actually like that thing, watch the second movie on your own, and then you're ready for the third movie. That's the way I would say to go about it. Because I'm just not a fan of the first movie, but I really like the second movie. I enjoyed the third movie, but some of the Art the Clown shtick is starting to wear on me. I feel so bad because I feel like the creators watch me, and I just hate talking negatively about their movie because they've been so nice. But they've been avoiding liking or mentioning me in their posts when they used to. And I was like, they didn't like I said bad things about their movie. I'm going to reach out to see if they'll let me interview them. Maybe that way I can have some goodwill and sneak my way into Terrifier 4. Chop my willy off, Art. Great to have you back, Chris. Great to have you back, Elliot. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel. That means a lot. What if Kaylee Spaney was... yeah, I've seen this. I know Kaylee Spaney looks almost exactly like Ellie from The Last of Us, but I don't think Bella's doing a bad job. She's a great performer. Does she look all that much like Ellie from that? No, but if we really wanted to, we'd go with Elliot Page, because I believe that's who they based the character off. Love the MCU is mostly grounded and heavy. Next year, before the big event Doomsday, think What If 3... and Marvel Zombies come out next year. Dude, they announced those things years ago, and we still have not gotten to Marvel Zombies. I'm like, what is going on? But yeah, it'd be pretty cool just to have those. I feel like they're just gonna end up dumping them one random Friday. I work in an Italian pizza restaurant. I'm a cook, and since you love pizza often, I need to know, do you think pineapple goes on pizza? I'm sorry, guys. I'm Mexican, and in Mexican households, pineapple on pizza is as normal as normal. I was trying to think of something funny. I couldn't think of it in time, so that's what you got. Yeah, in Mexican households, maybe I'm wrong. You can tell me. But pineapple pizza was like a standard order whenever we would order pizza. You'd get a pepperoni. Maybe Dad could get the supreme so he can get all the veggies and sausage and all that kind of stuff. And they'd order a ham and pineapple for the kids. Some of y'all say it's nasty. I like it. I grew up on it. I don't mind it. But yes, I do enjoy pine. It's not my regular order. I will tell you that. It's not my regular order. But if it's there, I'm not going to say no to it. The Penguin might not be as well directed as the Batman is. I agree. But it's still better than... Okay, I will say that. Maybe I should have mentioned that when I was doing it. Because I know some people are really going to hate on me. Especially they're going to bring up, aren't you the guy who likes She-Hulk? I am still fully aware that She-Hulk had its issues, and there's a lot of things about She-Hulk I don't like. I agree. The Penguin is still much better than more than half the Disney Plus shows. I was just bringing up one thing that definitely was bothering me about it, but, you know, what can you do? It's still nice to have. I liked it, but yeah, I agree with you, A Film Gore. Hey, Reed, how you doing? I feel the same way about the Penguin show. It just feels too Soprano vibes. I'm sure that's what they were going for a little bit, but, I mean, if they could start diving more into the world, you know, they started talking about Arkham and Falcons and all that, maybe it'll entice me a little bit more. But right now, I'm kind of like, I like it. Let's see where you go. Let's see. Possible new director for Blade. You see that? I did not see a possible new director for Blade. Who, is it something that just came out right now? Unless you're talking about like how Jordan Peele added Mahershala Ali on whatchamacallit on Twitter, because it sounded like he might just be whatchamacallit starring in the next Jordan Peele movie, not necessarily Blade. But hey, as long as that movie gets made, I'll be happy. But I have not seen any great updates on Blade in a while. Chucky may have said, I always come back first, but Springtrap did it better. You don't see cowards cheering when Chucky says it. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Cheering when Chucky says it. Also, please, new Halloween Horror Nights video. This year might be a Six Flags video. I'm not going to lie to you. This year might be a Six Flags video. That might be fun. But, okay. I still think Chucky said it better. I still think Chucky said... Springtrap is great, man. But think about the context. A man who's never died, never been killed. It's his first movie, and he hits you with, I'll be back. I always come back. Mr. Sir, you've never come back. This is your first time dying. If it was in the second movie, maybe. But, I mean, Chucky said it in his Bride of Chucky, which is back in the 90s. He died by like 4 times then, so I'm just gotta defend my boy Chuckster. Gotta defend my friend Chuckster. I still like William Afton, though. I really can't wait to see him come back. We need more William Afton in the sequel. Just realize, why didn't Toby and Andrew glitch out when they were in the MCU? Does that apply to just Spidey because he's not the only hero to the multiverse help? I'm sure there's like so many explanations you could get to, and maybe like New Rockstars has already done a video on this, but my headcanon on why is because it wasn't through a machine like the Kingpin used. It was through a magical spell. So maybe the magical spell is a little bit more stable and keeps them there, but eventually the world was going to implode either way, which is why they needed to undo the spell. So the effects are still pretty bad for staying in a universe you don't belong in, but that's my thinking. It's because they didn't come in through the machine. They came in through a Doctor Strange spell. Hey, Chris, would you ever stream any horror games during the spooky season, like Dead Space, Resident Evil, or Silent Hill? Really big fan. Keep up the good work. Maybe. I don't see why not. I just feel like I don't have that talent in me. There's a lot of great video game YouTubers out there. I don't know if I'm talented enough to play a game, talk to chat, and be entertaining at the same time. Like that's a difficult skill for you, boy. You know, it gives me a headache, and I just don't know if I have that skill. I try to be. I try to be, but I'll give it a shot. But I just don't know if I have that skill in me. What's your favorite Saturday morning cartoon from your childhood in the 70s, 80s, 90s? I'm sure people have a lot, but when I think of Saturday morning cartoons, not just like regular cartoons, not like, Dexter's Laboratory, Ed, Edd n Eddy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Codename Kids Next Door. I was a Cartoon Network kid, so definitely a lot of Cartoon Network stuff in there. But when I think of like early morning, like I'm waking up, it's summer, and I need to turn on TV, a pup named Scooby-Doo. That's the or also Baby Looney Tunes. I liked Baby Looney Tunes as a kid. I thought that was fun. But a pup named Scooby-Doo is like my go-to. I know maybe that's not that exciting, but I liked that show a lot as a kid. Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Velma, Daphne, and the crew. I see some people saying Samurai Jack, but I don't think of that as like a Saturday morning cartoon. I'm thinking of like, babe, someone said Baby Looney Tunes was peak. Glad we're there. Glad we're there. All right. So what slasher should Chucky go up against? I say, you know what? Let's just give him his own Megan. Take inspiration from that Child's Play reboot that came out in 2019. Let's just say Chucky is a serial killer in the doll body, but they also create advanced dolls that he fights against or something. I don't know. That'd be something fun. That's a dumb idea. But if Leprechaun, I can't see Chucky going up against Chucky versus Art the Clown. Chucky might lose that one, though. Art the Clown's a little crazy. Did you know McDonald's playgrounds were playground over the 70s? Did you know McDonald's playground over the 70s? Like, do I know of playgrounds in the McDonald's restaurants? Yeah, it wasn't in the 70s, though. When I would go to the McDonald's playgrounds, they still had the Nintendo games you could play, and that was fun. But now that I think about it as an adult, all those nasty booger smutting kids, we're leaving, Mom? Okay. And then my butt would get there right away going, yeah, wow. Eat my fries. Kids are nasty. I can't wait to have one. I prefer a sequel to Child's Play 2019. Buddy has a lot more potential than OG Chucky. Character and emotional wise. So much to explore story wise. I agree. I was really curious to where they would go with the sequel and the things they could have done with it. I thought they actually did a decent remake where it was enough new, enough old, created its own path. But unfortunately, the money wasn't there. I don't. It's crazy to me that like Megan made buckets of money and Child's Play tanked. It's like you think Child's Play is such a household name, but then it's because it wasn't classic Chucky, so people didn't care. You should watch the MGM show called From. It's one of the best horror shows out right now. I've seen a lot of people recommend that. I might check it out because I've seen people talk about that. And there's this new James Wan Peacock show coming out called Teacup that I heard is really good too. I want to see that. People are talking about Wild Robot like it's one of the best animated films of all time. Where do you rank it against recent animated films? That's a good question. Let me bring up a couple of ones. To me, it's definitely up there. I don't want to overhype it because some people will be like, "Oh, you overhyped it for me," but it was that good to me. Am I on the wrong page? I am on the wrong page. My bad. All right. Best animated movies 2010s. Let's go to the 2010s. Let's do that. Now, Puss in Boots, definitely up there. The Last Wish, it was way better than I thought it was going to be. It's definitely up there for me. Spider-Verse is up there. I think those are really well done. I'm trying to see a good list. Maybe here with some people of the 2010s. Okay, so these are like kind of our contenders. Toy Story 3, Inside Out. I've never seen Your Name or It's Such a Beautiful Day. Spider-Verse is thrown in there. To me, it's a classic. Like, seriously, I'm not even kidding. To me, it's going to be one I'm going to rewatch a lot. It's going to be one that I can't wait to show my kids. It's just a beautiful movie. It was just done so well. I was like so surprised with its maturity and how it went about telling the story. I hope they get to make the next movie. Would it be a spoiler if I look up what the second book is about? Please don't be mad, guys. I'm just curious. I want to see what the second book is about. I don't think it's a spoiler for like what happens in the movie, but I just want to see what the plot synopsis of the second book would be about. The Wild Robot Escapes is the second book. And for all I know, they could go completely off on a different tangent. Action pack, you can read all the book. It just says like he escapes. I could just read portions of it. Oh dang. And the Wild Robot, let me just write escapes plot. It's the story of a robot named Roz and her struggle to survive on a remote island. And turns out Roz doesn't just survive; she adapts, learns. That's the movie I just saw. Did they combine the books? Maybe I have to look into it. But I loved it, guys. I cannot tell you how much I'd put it up there. I was willing to say maybe not Toy Story 3 level. Inside Out 1 was still pretty good. I'd say on Inside Out 1 level, better than Inside Out 2. That to me, it's a classic. I wanted to thank you on your advice on how to start a YouTube channel. I'm posting on Shorts and TikTok and would love if you could check out my TikTok. Thank you for being an inspiration for the past 6 years. Okay, yeah, just DM, tag me on TikTok and I'll check it out and I'll give you some support, man. Keep it up. Short form is the way to go, but then you eventually want to progress to long form because that's the longevity of living on there. Of having a platform, I guess. I forget Catman is a real character. I knew him from Fairly Odd Parents growing up. That's when I got older. I found out he was voiced by Adam West. Yeah, me too. When I got old, I never knew Adam West was Catman, and it was great that they did that. But yeah, I've seen people talk about him, and I know very little, but the little I do know about him, I kind of like, and I would love to see them do more. Heck, just give us a Crimson Chin movie, too, while you're at it. I am the Crimson Chin. Dude, I saw Megalopolis last night. It's literally the room with a $120 million budget. It goes off the rails, and my entire theater was laughing. I just saw one clip that they posted online where Adam Driver says, "Go to the club." And I'm like, it's peak. I have to experience this. So I'm probably going to watch it, and I'll just end up doing a spoiler review about the craziest moments of the movie. Howard Zhang sends in $1.99. Appreciate you, Howard Zhang. Thoughts on The Substance? I'll give you my more in-depth review in a different video, probably that October video where I review a bunch of horror movies. I really did like it, and then I felt like it went off the rails towards the end. It was way longer than it needed to be. This movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes long, and you feel it towards the end. It really starts to drag, but man, Demi Moore's performance was awesome. A lot of booty shots. I'm telling you, if you like booty, this is the movie. Don't watch it with your mama. Don't even take your lady. Be appropriate in the theater now, you pig. But it's a nice movie to look at. I'll just say that. But body horror galore, really great effects, some good practical stuff. There's some stuff in there I don't know what was CGI and what was practical. That's how good that looked. A lot of nice body horror. It gets intense. Really, the messaging, about like what you would do. If you don't know, the whole premise of the movie is there's an injection. This supermodel who is now like in her 50s takes it. She gets to go back to her younger body. But again, it's like as the movie goes on, towards the last half, it kind of loses itself and goes all over the place and ping-pongs. But it was so strong for most of the movie. I still really liked it, but I felt like it could have ended stronger. So that's all I'll say for now until I talk about it again and say those exact same things. Started My Hero Academia a while back. I hate Bakugo. You know what? I did too. You grow to like Bakugo as things go on. I was waiting for like Bakugo to turn evil or be... that he's essentially Deku's Vegeta, a hothead, angry. But there are times, just like with Vegeta, there's a glimmer of his personality that comes out that makes you respect him, makes you like him, and maybe you just haven't gotten to those moments yet. So I agree with you. I didn't like Bakugo in the beginning, but he gets to be more likable, and you see that he's a loyal, noble person. He's just very angry all the time. All right, let's see. Was the Ice Nine Kill song at the end of Terrifier any good? IDK, if you're a rock fan, I like alternative rock, like Linkin Park, Sum 41, Blink 182. Ice Nine Kills was a little bit more of the intense rock, but some people like that. I thought it was fine to listen to. Music video was interesting. I don't think I'd ever put the music on myself, but yeah, it was at the end of the movie, and it's somewhat enjoyable. What signed Funkos do you have? Can I see them too if you can? They're not in this room right now. It would be a bit of a hassle to go grab them. But the ones I do have signed is I have Supergirl from The Flash with Sasha Kaye. She came to Dallas and they invited me to the little screening, so I got her to sign it. Zachary Levi, he was at the Dallas Comic Con. He was very cheap to talk to because when you go to these Comic Cons, even locally, they charge you. And he was like $40 to talk to. So I was like, let's just get our Funko Pop signed. And it was very awkward. I didn't have anything to ask him, so he just signed it, said thank you, walked away. So I have Zachary Levi Shazam Funko Pop. Brad Dourif signed my Funko Pop. That was a really nice interaction. He was sweet. He gave me the time of day. I asked him a question and he was very like open to it. And I think the question I asked him is it was after the end of season 1 of Chucky, and I was like, how did you feel about seeing your daughter amputated? And I don't know why I asked that. That was such a stupid question to ask him, but he was like very like good about it. He was like, well, it was horrifying. That's my baby girl. And they did that to her. But he was joking around about it and how he's proud of her and all. It was just a good interaction. I took a photo with him. So Brad Dourif, and I think that's it for my signed Funko. Oh, Charlie Cox, Daredevil. He also signed it. He was nice, sweet, all good. So those are all the Funko Pops I have signed. The alien head going into the Venom bucket light bulb. What do you think of the drama with Gal Gadot and Disney about an Oscar performance? Snow White flop? I don't know much about the drama with that. Would she say that she's going to give an Oscar performance? We'll see. I mean, how many live action Disney remakes have even gotten some sort of awards attention if it's not for their costume department? I feel like that's the only place they would get attention of. I'm interested in the movie, but I just hate the drama surrounding it. It makes it not even want me to review it because I know that comment section is going to be filled with a bunch of nonsense, Worst part of being a tuber. Hey, Chris, would you like a code for Funko Fusion? I have 3 codes for a Megan variant. Need to get rid of them. I have codes myself, my friend. If I could get rid of them, I'll give them right back. So, no thank you, but I appreciate it. Carson, nice football profile picture. What videos can we expect in the Spook Your Mama season? You know what? This is good. This is where I could use some of your guys' help because your boy did not prepare all that well for the Spook Your Mama season. I want to do that video again where I'm going to talk about, so let me know right now. I'm going to look at the live chat. So if you guys have all that. So October 1st, I want to review all the horror movies that I didn't review that were big enough to get their own review, but I want to talk about them, like Strange Darling. I saw the TV Glow, Cuckoo, sorry. I still can't say that right. Stop Motion, Oddity, The Substance will probably be in there. If there's any more horror movies that you thought were good, you want my opinion on, I'll make it part of that October 1st video just to kind of give you an idea of that. Okay, so we'll have that. I'm definitely going to do the review on the Mickey Mouse horror movie. I'm thinking about painting my face and going full Mickey Mouse, so that'll be fun. I'll trash that movie. I know somebody's been wanting me to so badly do the reading negative reviews on my favorite horror movies, but I need a different tag. I don't want to just be my favorite horror movies again. It might be my favorite horror remakes. So maybe I'll read negative reviews on the Texas Chainsaw one, the Child's Play, not the Nightmare on Elm Street one, but the horror reboots that I actually thought were good and talk about those. Maybe that will be a fun video. Let me see. Let's see. More. I'm trying to think of what else. The Wolverine video. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know who Wolverine is, guys. I don't know who Wolverine is. But there's other ones I'm thinking about. I don't want to do Leprechaun yet because they're doing the reboot. I want to do the Leprechaun videos when the new Leprechaun movie's about to come out. And same with Final Destination. When that comes out next year, I'll be definitely doing them. You know what? Something on the Child's Play franchise could be good, like doing the face rankings, because he has so many forms, and now that we have a definitive end of Chucky right now, would be a good time. And I never did do the Colton Curse review, so I might end up doing an updated entire review of the Chucky movies, because I never did reviews on Colton Curse. And if you go back and watch my reviews for Bride and all those, I think they're outdated. Audio was bad. I wasn't in my full YouTube forum yet with all that, so maybe that. Yeah. But yeah. Oh, someone said, oh, bro, I didn't know Leprechaun was being remade. Yeah, we talked about it here on the channel. It's been a couple of months. It's been silent, but they have a director. They're working on it, and hopefully it's coming. Sometimes we hear that, but they have a director and all that, so I can't wait for a new Leprechaun movie. I like the Leprechaun. I'm the Leprechaun. Wayne's World. Chris, did you see Netflix's Transformers War of Cybertron trilogy? What did you think of it? No, I did not. Like I said, I'm a casual Transformers guy, so I like stick to the movies and just a couple of the TV shows. But that isn't one I checked out. If you say it's good, I might. I think Jeremy Johns like did reviews on them, and he seemed pretty enthusiastic on them. So I might have to check them out. Theory or theories on the From in it's definitely going to be Dark Avengers. They're going to name it Dark Avengers because right now it's kind of dumb that they call it Thunderbolts because in the comics it was named after Thunderbolt Ross. It was a team he assembled, right? And then like Red Hulk was part of it. Maybe that's not the real origin, but from what I gather, that's the origin of the name. And Thunderbolt Ross has nothing to do with the Thunderbolts. So it's rumored that the team is going to be named after Yelena's soccer team when she was a kid. And since Red Guardian, her dad, is part of the team, we're like the Thunderbolts, like the team when you were that's not even a Russian accent, Chris. What are you doing? But that's like the rumor. So I think at the end of the movie, it's going to be called Dark Avengers. That's probably what they're going to end up going with. I mean, the poster says, careful who you assemble. Cue the Miles Teller. Say that again. Dark Avengers. Are you going to read Absolute Batman? I don't like the Batman symbol. I might have to give it a chance. Yeah, I still have to catch up on so many Batman comics. There's still that Robin and Batman series I want to check out. Because I love Robin a lot. And so it's going to take a while before I get there. Probably when they have it in volumes or in omnibus. Puppy Chris, since Cyclops is your favorite X-Men, who do you want to play the new Cyclops? For me, I would love Alan Ritchson from Reacher. See, I don't want them to go that old. I love Alan Ritchson, and there's definitely a role for him as a superhero with that freaking jacked up body. I kind of like a Taron Egerton. I think Taron Egerton would be a cool Cyclops. If not him, I'm trying to think of like who else right now is like standing out as a good young person. I don't need them to be a teenager, and Taron Egerton is not a teenager, but I still want them to be a little more youthful so they have room to grow as the series continues on. I don't want to have an X-Men trilogy where Cyclops is already the leader. He's already learned all his mistakes. I kind of would like to see that go through the movies. Glenn Powell's a little too old for me. Don't you dare say Timothée Chalamet. He can be part of it. I don't want him as Cyclops. I like Timothée Chalamet. I'm not letting him be no. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if you guys have any good suggestions. Other people that I don't know, or an unknown would be kind of cool. Glenn Powell, just love it. I'm going Taron Egerton for Cyclops, man. That's my Chris Pratt. All right, Tom Holland. All right, we're done. We are done. Why didn't you review the Spirit of Halloween movie? If it's because it was bad, may I recommend a better Halloween movie called Spooky House and a game series called Darkstalkers for spooky season. I think I was just doing something around that time and it slipped my mind since it got like a digital release. I should have reviewed the Spirit of Halloween movie when it came out, but now I feel like the time has passed on that. It also just seems kind of silly. I hate that they went the family-friendly route, but I guess that you have to do that. It's a family store. They sell kids' costumes, right? But yeah, it was something that they did that. Deadpool Dance and Incredibles are in Fortnite. Oh, yeah, baby. I think I'm going to get the Incredibles. I'm going to get Frozone. Frozone look cool. Just in some support. Thank you, Anchero. Hey, Chris. When can we expect a Joker 2 review? I see it October 2nd, I believe, is when I see it. So that means you probably won't get my review till October 3rd, which is just like a day before. But I'm hearing insane things about that movie. I have not looked at the leaks, and please do not spam them, talk about them. But I do see people constantly talking about how much they hate the ending of Joker 2, and I'm like, I cannot wait to see. I cannot wait to see what they do. When something is that divisive, I just want to see what it is. But don't tell me I don't want to know. Because it's like the only thing I'm not that excited for Joker 2 for some reason. I'm just not. 2 questions, off topic, but what is your opinion on Panic at the Disco? I kind of like some of their music. Not crazy about them, but I like some of their music. Second question, are you going to stream Marvel Rivals when it comes out? Nah. Marvel Rivals doesn't seem like my kind of game. If it was like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, like it was in the PlayStation, not on the Nintendo Switch, that's when you'd see your boy going crazy. I love Marvel Ultimate Alliance on the PlayStation. Joker 2 screening this Monday. You seen? I am. I believe, yeah, I think that's when my screening is. On Monday? No, maybe it's... No, I think I see it October 2nd. I see it October 2nd. They did not want me to tell you what I thought about it. Like, some people don't want to see Spider-Man villains without Spider-Man. Some may feel the same without Batman. Penguin's story is one of the less interesting. I feel like it could be more interesting. I'm curious to see where it goes, but yeah, I understand that. Like, I was talking to John Flickinger, the Flick Pick, and he had like no interest in the Penguin series, but I thought Colin Farrell was such a cool Penguin. I don't mind it, but there are some characters where it's like, man, they're just so much better with the hero next to them. What is your favorite movie this year so far? Also, it's really nice to see you after the Furiosa screening. Oh, nice, man. I remember seeing you there. That was good. And I've been slacking on Letterboxd, man. Chris, y'all guys need to bully me when I'm not doing good on Letterboxd, because the last movie I logged in was Speak No Evil, and I've seen like 10 movies since then. Jeez Louise, Chris. But I do have my list there. I'm going to update it probably tonight in bed. My favorite movie so far, I probably need to update it, but it's Planet of the Apes, Furiosa, Strange Darling, Dune. But I think I'm going to add Wild Robot up there. So right now, if I had to pick 3, it's Planet of the Apes, Furiosa, and Wild Robot. I think those will be my top 3 right now of this year. I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Oil up, Chris. Maybe one day. Watch The Barn. They are making part 3 now. What is The Barn? The Barn movie. Oh. Is this a Tubi movie? There was like one Tubi movie I wanted to see. I get a kick out of sometimes these junk horror movies, so I might see it. If it's not too low budget, I might check it out. I sometimes I just like junk horror movies, man. They're just fun. Hey Chris, did you watch the new Monster season? Oh, from Ryan Murphy? That's the guy's name, right? Who did American Horror Story? Honestly, no. I'll be honest, I didn't even finish Dahmer. There was a part, maybe I'm being too much of a sensitive girl, and you can tell me if I am or not. There's a part of me that doesn't like. I feel like they're too exploitive. Like, I like watching the whole. I know the new one is Menendez Brothers, yes, and I hear that's a crazy story. But there's a part of me that they feel too exploitive, too, like, I don't know, there's too much of it. I know all documentary series and things like that are taking money and exploiting them for money on the stories, but there's something about the Ryan Murphy ones that feel a little too like cash grabby. And I've been seeing a lot where they talk about, like, they added a gay relationship between the brothers, and there's like never been any evidence of that, like the incest between them and things like that. And that just makes me go, like, why would you add that then? If there's like no evidence that was a thing, why is that something you make up for the story to make the brothers all of a sudden, And so, like, that makes me not want to watch it. And yeah, I didn't finish Dahmer. It got to a point where I was like, I was just feeling kind of dirty watching it. I was like, I feel bad for the families and the victims of it. And also because Dahmer at some parts felt like it was trying to make you sympathize with him. And I was just like, So I don't know. Again, maybe I'm being a little sensitive. I'd prefer to watch a documentary, like with actual facts and knowledge. A dramatized version, I don't know why. Maybe I'm a little sensitive girl. John Flickinger liked it, so you can check it out. Yeah, so I don't know. But you guys let me know on that. But no, I didn't watch it. Don't know if I'm late to this question, but thoughts on episode 1 of the Queen? Yeah, I talked about it. I'm doing it on the Clips channel. I liked it. It is definitely way better than half the Marvel shows. I will say that. The only thing that really brought me back was the production value of it. I just felt like it didn't feel like the Matt Reeves world I love, and I knew that was going to be really controversial to talk about, because with Matt Reeves in that universe, you don't want to be negative on it, because so many fans love it, and it's my favorite Batman movie, but I'm just being honest on it. I can't wait for episode 2, though. I'm still going to watch it, and I'm not jumping off. Respect for getting on your knees for the boys. It's what I do. Are you excited to see Saw in Fortnite? Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to make Billy the Puppet work in Fortnite. He's probably going to end up being a back bling for Jigsaw. They're probably going to do the pig mask thing, right? The like Jigsaw with the hood and pig mask. That's an obvious skin, and they'll make Billy the Puppet a bling. But other than that, I wonder what else they would do. I think it would just be that, right? It would just be one skin. I don't think you could do multiple skins of that. Or maybe they do Amanda with the saw head. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, with the saw head, the reverse the reverse bear trap? That could be kind of cool. I think those are the ones. Adventure of Tintin, most underrated animated movie. I did like it. I did like it a lot. Sad that I didn't get the attention it deserved. Made a buff Chris edit on the Reddit with cool tats. Oh, okay. We got to check this out. Wait, but does it use copyrighted music? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna bring it up so I can do it with sound. That way I can do it with the sound. Okay, let's refresh. He'll be back. All right, let's look. Thank you, guys. Now this is accurate. This is what it's supposed. This is really what was happening. You know, I didn't want to mog them. I'm respectable. I'm a humble guy. Okay. You got to be nice when you're around other people. This is the way it goes. Sonic fans when kid dies. The flames of disaster. Oh, here we go. I fixed it. Yeah. Me and the boys just on our way. Everything's chill. This would be my dream sleepover. This would be my dream sleepover. Oh, what the heck happened to Chucky? Oh, I look like Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh, dude, come on, man. You could tell me you were putting that on the freaking screen. I'm going to have to edit that out, man. Apologies for that. Freaking guys. We can't have nice things. We're so close to the Reddit just disappearing, buddy. You could have at least censored that, my friend. Have you seen the TV show? No, I haven't. I've seen people recommending it and that it's a good horror show, but unfortunately have not seen it. Did you see? Oh, yes. That's another one I saw that I forgot to talk about. The Halle Berry movie. Okay, that's what I could talk about right now. Let me see. Never Let Go. That's probably one I could add to that video of the whatchamacallit, all the horror movies I ended up watching. Let me just get a good page up. So yeah, I saw Never Let Go. It was just also like the release date of it. It was like one of the first movies we saw at Fantastic Fest. Never Let Go. Okay. I feel like I'm a broken record with this one. I liked most of it until the very end. I hate the ending of the movie. I'm not going to spoil it or tell you what happens, but okay, no, it was like kind of a roller coaster. I didn't like the first 20 minutes. I was like, this is kind of dumb, predictable. I see what's happening here. It's so obvious what the twist and plot's going to be. And then it subverts your expectations. It does things you weren't expecting. Certain things happen. And then the movie goes like in a different direction and it starts to mess with your mind. And it was becoming more psychological, but still staying grounded. And I was like, okay, you have me hooked in. Everything that came before kind of is now intriguing and good. Then you get to the last 10 minutes where they were still doing some good, but they kind of try to have their cake and eat it too. And I just didn't like the little ending and the reveal. But it was so close. Honestly, it's a perfect streaming movie. It's a movie like if it's on Netflix, I recommend it. I don't know if you should go out and run out to see it, but I actually ended up liking it when I didn't know if I was going to. I think it throws you for a loop. I wish the ending didn't go with that route, that they stuck with what they were kind of hinting at. But yeah, so give it 6 out of 10. You know what? I get 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, that's my thought on it. Just the ending to me mainly ruined it. Have you watched Batman Long Halloween? Of course I've watched Batman Long Halloween. I had to watch that and read that whenever Matt Reeves was making the new Batman movie because I heard it was his main inspiration. I think it's a good comic, and I thought, well, I didn't love the animated movie that much. Maybe it's because I read the comic first, but the animated movie kind of dragged. I don't think they needed to split it into 2 parts. You like Austin Powers movies? Sequel ever? I love Austin Powers. Shag me, baby. That's not even an Austin Powers voice. Hey, yeah. I can't do a. Are you feeling randy, baby? Just impressions are not my thing, guys. Impressions are. I love Austin Powers. I watched those movies a lot as a kid. I'd love a sequel, but Mike Myers is much older now. It would be one of those situations where it'd be kind of sad to see old Austin Powers. But maybe that would be the plot of the movie, right? Hey, Chris, hope you're doing well. Looking forward to the expanding world of popcorn buckets. Well, I can't wait for the next one, man. I can't wait. Chucky TV show just got canceled. I know, man. It was terrible. It was terrible. Twitter messages. All right, I'll look at the Twitter messages. Let's see here. sent me a photo. Oh, why? Well, thank you, Campy. It's just alien poster with my face and the popcorn bucket. Very, very lovely stuff. Very lovely stuff. Thank you for that. Did you see the last Sparking Zero trailer? I've been seeing everything on that, and I can't wait to play, man. I hope I'm good at that game. I'm going to buy a Goku costume with the hairpiece and everything, and I won't let you destroy my world. Oh, it's going to be so fun. William says that's because it's a ref to the games. Oh, I mean, yeah, it's a reference to the game. The whole I'll be back, I'll always come back. It's a reference, but I want the reference to make sense in the continuity of the movies, you know? It'll probably be more fire whenever he says it in the second movie. Hey, Chris, did you hear that? Yes, we talked about it. I'll do a whole Clips channel thing on it, and it is sad, but I'm glad we're going back to movies. I've been wanting to go back to movies, man. Let's see here. They just announced the Chucky TV series is canceled. This must have been when the show was canceled. All y'all bringing it up. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Have you ever played Dead Space or Crystal Protocol? No, neither of those. You know what's funny? I like horror movies, but I don't play many horror games. Not because I'm scared or anything like that. I just always lean more towards like adventure platforming games. Things like Uncharted or like the Super Mario Galaxy Odyssey, Crash Bandicoot kind of games. I wasn't much of a shooter game, although I like Fortnite. That's interesting why I wonder why I don't play much horror games. Kind of hoping the title stays as Thunderbolts. I think it fits better. I don't really care for the name Dark Avengers. What do you think, Chris? Yeah, I agree. But I think Dark Avengers would get them more money, which is all that more curious why they wouldn't. I wonder if like after the first weekend and most people saw it, then they're going to like flip the title and hope it gets like a second bump, you know? We'll see. Hey, Chris, hope all is well, brother. Curious, what is your 5-year goal with your channel? Any future collabs or content you are planning? Keep it up. I don't want to lean... I say it like I can actually do it like Stuckman. But, you know, I have similar goals like Chris Stuckman did or like any other YouTuber who maybe does movie stuff where they'd love to make a movie someday. And I just want to actually make a short film. I actually want to see if I have that skill, if I can do it. So it'd just be more short film. I still like what I'm doing a lot. If not, grow the channel in a way to make things more bigger and exciting. Make the videos feel like they have more quality. But... you know, at the end of the day, maybe you guys don't want that. You know, as YouTuber, I think that's what you're always constantly wanting is to improve your content. When sometimes improving it or making it more polished and clean cut and more expensive looking sometimes alienates your audience because it's like, oh, we kind of like the homemade feel. We kind of liked the just you feeling. And when some, you know, channels go that route of spending lots of money and going extra loud, it just doesn't translate well. So I don't know. I'm things like that. 3C Lore, I'm finding a very bad news that shock you. Could be about movies or something unrelated. Any news on How to Train Your Dragon? I think the only one, if it's movie related, was when Robin Williams died, especially knowing the details of his death. Because Robin Williams was my childhood, man. He's so many movies. And like just even Robin Williams' voice is like a comfort. Like Robin Williams' voice in movies hits me like my mom tucking me into bed. I know that's like a weird thing to say, but it just had this warmth to it. And I felt like he was so funny and had this nice energy. It was so sad that he was struggling through that kind of depression to enough to where he took his own life and went like that. So I remember that one was the one that hit me. Like I feel like I actually like formed tears for that death when there's not a lot of deaths that hit me. Like I feel bad obviously for Chadwick Boseman. Michael Jackson to a point did make me sad because I was a Michael Jackson fan as a kid. But the Robin Williams one I remember was the one that I was like, dang, man, that's really sad. More again because of the details of the death. Hey, Chris, big fan from Malaysia. Can you check out local animation series from Malaysia called Agent Ali? It has 3 seasons, 1 movie. There's also a character named Chris in season 2. Okay, my friend, I'm going to type it out here. You said Agent Malaysian series. I will put it on the list. Unfortunately, Six Flags was disappointing compared to Halloween Horror Nights. Quality doesn't match Halloween Horror Nights and a bit overpriced for what you get. Major skip, not worth going. That's honestly kind of why I want to make the video because I feel you guys would find it funnier that I had a bad experience than a good one. Since I did Halloween Horror Nights last year, it might be funny to compare that quality now to a Six Flags type of experience. And I feel like that could make it more fun for me. And if I'm being more honest with you, it would just be a less expensive thing to do. Because Halloween Horror Nights, like, I have to get the plane, I have to get the hotel, I have to buy the tickets. And for my content, I'm not going to be waiting in line hours because I have to make it worth it. So I have to get the express passes and all that. So there's a lot going into it where if I just go to Fright Fest, I just have to spend money on gas and the ticket for Six Flags. So I don't know. Part of me feels like it'd be funny, but I hear they have cool houses, so I just want to see them for myself. I think it'd be funny. Chris, I saw a TikTok that literally can be the ending to Joker. Please tag you in it. It looks really convincing. I don't want to see it, because I'm going to have to watch Joker 2 either way. And I know sometimes I like spoiling things, and I need to be better at it, and I apologize. But I'll spoil things for movies I'm excited to see either way. If it's a movie I don't care all that much about, but I have to see it, I just rather not get spoiled because I need there to be some surprise of it worth going. And that's how I feel about Joker 2. It's not that I'm against the movie or whatnot. I'm not that big of a fan of the first movie. And the second movie, the only thing I'm really curious about is, Lady Gaga and the way they're going to continue to flesh out Arthur Fleck's story. But other than that, I'm like, I'm not that crazy excited for it, so I'd rather wait. But I hear the ending is supposed to be crazy. We have here, no question, just wanted to support. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, I'm having a great day, Adrian. Thank you for the support. That means a lot. That means a lot. The Suffering Game think it would be a sick movie. The Suffering Game think it would be a sick movie. Oh, let me see. The Suffering Game. Excuse me. Oh, there was a game called The Suffering. I've never played it. It looks very interesting, though. I'll tell you that. There's a part of me that feels like when I retire, I'm just going to go back and play old PlayStation 2 games. That was like, my nostalgia era. And there were so many PlayStation 2 games I never played. And that looks like one of them. What Marvel movie are you most excited to see in 2025? Is that the Doomsday year? Probably going to be Doomsday. Very curious about Spider-Man 4. But Spider-Man 4 isn't coming out in 2025. It's playing 2026. It's going to be is Doomsday next year? Doomsday is not next year, you idiot. What are you talking about? Let me see here. What are the movies for 2025? Is it just like Doctor Strange or? Let's see. MCU movies 2025. Is it just Thunderbolts and Brave New World? Dang. Oh, and Fantastic. Oh, then it's Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four by a landslide. Fantastic Four by a landslide. It'd be Fantastic Four. And it's like a tie between these two. I really like Sam Wilson, Captain America, and I hope they pull it off. But there's a part of me after that Thunderbolts trailer that goes, maybe Thunderbolts will be better. But Fantastic Four by a landslide. Fantastic Four by a landslide. All right. Raymond Wajin, just in support. I like that Robin costume, man. Talk to me about helping me get one of those. I'll pay you, man. I want that Robin costume. Tarantino film opinions. Django, my favorite. I like Tarantino. I'm not crazy super about some of the stuff, but I like them. I enjoy them. I wish I enjoyed them more, like some of my other movie friends, but there's a lot of good in those movies, and they're definitely better than a lot of the slop studios put out, so I'm still curious for his next movie. I like Django Unchained a lot. We need a Stay Alive remake and a Dead Space horror movie. Stay Alive would be kind of cool, though. Stay Alive would be kind of cool. I definitely want to see that done, especially with modern gaming and things like that. Chris, check out the new Teen Titans fan film. Love you. Okay, Raymond, I'll check it out. I appreciate that. If you're using your suit in it, then yeah, man. Teen Titans fan film. Check it out, yo. Glad to see you still alive. How's your Friday, man? Friday's good. I gotta admit, I'm kind of pooped. I still have some lag from being at the film festival. And I spent a week sleeping on a bed that wasn't mine. And I always hate sleeping on a bed that's not mine. I don't know about you guys. But, yeah. Chris, have you ever seen the Poughkeepsie Taste? I can never say that. Yes, I have. I remember when that came out. I thought it was real when I was a kid. I was like, these are real. They just released them. $3.99 on Apple TV. And in my mind, I was like, is this money going to the serial killer? It's not a bad business. Should I get into this? But yeah, I like them. I think it wouldn't age well. But I remember being so creeped out and terrified as a kid. I bet if I watched them now, it'd be so slow and dumb. How many Terrifier 3 kills beat the salt scene? I'll say at least 3. There's at least 3 that for sure, but I really do think every kill is trying to be on the level of the salt scene. And we're going to get into all that in the spoiler review when that movie comes out. Part of me is like, do I even see the movie a second time? It's just a lot. It's like a lot, man. Like, I feel like I definitely need like a therapy session after, because it is just so much gore in your face. I'm like, I think I am needing some therapy on that. Do not let me be around knives after Terrifier. Like, I can't, like, Cinemark is holding a double feature. You could see Terrifier 2 and 3 back to back. That's 4 hours of Art the Clown gore in your face. You need to look at those people after they finish. Did you guys ever see, this is a real thing, I'm not kidding. And I'm not trying to make light of a tragedy, but the Walking Dead Marathon Murder. I think that's what it was called. No, Walking Dead Marathon. There was this story of a group of friends where they did nothing but watch The Walking Dead back to back to back. And then at the end of the marathon, the guy was so brainwashed or so into the Walking Dead world, he like tried to kill his friend because he thought he was a zombie. Walking Dead. I'm trying to find the story. Okay, here it is. I didn't make this up. After binging watching Walking Dead, man kills friend over zombie fears. This is something that happened, and I'm like, dude, you need to watch those people after they walk out of 4 hours of Terrifier, man, because after 3 hours, I mean, not 3 hours, after Terrifier 3, I was walking out going, I need to breathe, I need to put on Paddington, I need to see an episode of Care Bears, I need to balance out all this stuff that I just witnessed, man, because if not, you're going to end up like that dude. That was a real story that happened. I always think about that, so we'll see, man. We'll see. Literal brain rot. I completely forgot about that. I know it came out like a month ago, and I do like Umbrella Academy, but I saw like nobody talk about it. I'm not even kidding. The show ended, and I heard it was also like it didn't even end nicely. It just kind of like happened. It doesn't make me that excited to go see it, but I do need to watch season 4. It just kind of slipped my mind. Favorite and least favorite Disney animated film. So not Pixar? Like, are we just talking about the Disney animated ones? Those would be movies like Frozen, Big Hero 6, Moana, Encanto. I think those are it, right? Oh, Wish. Those are the main ones, right? I'm gonna go least favorite, honestly. Oh, this might be a controversial one, man. I'm trying. Or are we talking about like? Are we talking about the kid ones? Like, I see someone just brought up Hercules. Are we talking about those animated films? Because then that's a whole different category. If we're talking about those, Hercules is my favorite, without a freaking doubt, buddy. Least was probably like Sleeping Beauty. I don't remember anything about Sleeping Beauty. No offense. I liked Snow White as a kid. I liked Mulan as a kid. I liked Little Mermaid as a kid, but that's because I wanted my own Little Mermaid as a kid, not now. That's when I was like, I know I like the color red because of you, Ariel. Let's see. But fair would be that. I like Tarzan a lot too. Some people say I hate Encanto. I love Encanto. I didn't think I was gonna like that movie, but I ended up really liking it. Zootopia's on there as well. Dang, that's a good one. Least favorite, y'all are gonna hate me. I think it was Big Hero 6, no lie. I didn't get into it as much as other people. I know, Chris, you're such a loser. L take. I didn't love Big Hero 6 like other people. Like, I liked the first 30 minutes, and then, like, I don't know. I didn't get into it as much as other people. Lilo and Stitch is a good one. Coco is Pixar, though. That's why I was like, when he said Disney animated, I know, he said Big Hero 6, bro. Emperor's New Groove is great. All right, I'm going to get off this before I get canceled by you guys. Hey, Chris, are you into Spawn? I liked the movie as a kid. I'm curious what Blumhouse is going to do. I've never read any of the comics, though. So I would say the only Spawn knowledge I have is the movies, and even then I don't think it's like a great representation of Spawn. I would rather it took me forever to remember that Spawn is powers and what he can do, you know? Fortunately not. But I'm curious about the Blumhouse adaptation. Cobra Kai. That's not even the Cobra Kai symbol. Cobra Kai strong. Can't wait to see that show come back. All right, guys, that was the final Super Chatty. That is what we have ended things on. I want to thank all you lovely, beautiful people for being here with me on this wonderful Friday evening. Appreciate y'all's faces. Y'all are fantastic. I will be back with more content and things to talk about. So let me know if you got any suggestions for things you want to see me do in the coming weeks, and your papa will do it. I will see you guys on the next stream next Friday.